again, like you said, a lot of work to be done for them in order to make sure that that's actually a possibility.
And the pitcher for the Jumbos in game number 1 will be Sky Johnson, the junior out of Pismo Beach, California, has had a terrific season. Both her and Sophia DeCoco actually have the same ERA through the same number of innings pitched, but Johnson historically has been a better strikeout artist, and so far that whip is a bit lower than DeCoco's, and so she's been getting these first game starts in the doubleheaders and looking good while doing so.
Yeah, I would totally agree. She's been super, super strong from behind and on the mound today and from a defensive perspective. And definitely as a Jumbo, if I were on this softball team, I'd be pretty confident with her on the mound that at least the Jumbos could start out hot. Now as well in softball, it's a little more common for pitchers to pitch the entire game. So in the case that the Jumbos make that strategic decision with her, more than likely as a Jumbo, I'd feel pretty confident with her on the mound.
Absolutely. Of course, I believe at 9 complete games throughout the season, so definitely something that she's been able to do. 4 of them have been shutouts, and she'll try to achieve that again today, try to extend the Jumbo record to 24-5 on the 2024 season. In the box to start off, the right-hander, Michaela Cable. And Johnson will set and fire the first pitch of this doubleheader, and it's just low for ball 1.
Cable currently the leading offensive player for the Engineers this season, batting .387. A super strong player both this year and last year. Last year was very important for the Engineers in a deep run for their season.
1-0 is swung on and grounded foul. Cable, the Cambridge Regional most outstanding player in that first round of the NCAA tournament that they ended up taking on their home field. Cable went 5 for 8 with 2 doubles across those 3 games, so very solid at the top of that lineup.
Also, I believe, was on the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association 3rd Team All-Region 2023.
Breaking ball in there, strike 2. Johnson's got a lot of different pitches in her arsenal, has 70 strikeouts across just over 70 innings of work this season, and that's a pretty good number, especially compared to her peers in the NESCAC and just in Division III as a whole.
For sure, a super strong NESCAC pitcher.
The 1-2 to Cable. Johnson deals, swung on and fouled back, and we'll do it again. The MIT run last season, of course, largely impacted by some players who are not part of the starting lineup here today for various reasons. You have Jordan Sell, who was one of the best hitters on the team last year, and Ava Ladd, who's been out after having a terrific freshman season. The 1-2, Cable swung on line straight to Moore. Unable to pick it up, but she will end up recovering, firing to first, and there's 1 down.
That was impressive. Kind of had it in her glove. The ball fell out. She looked down and was like, oh, this is right in front of me. Great. I'll do what I'm taught to do and whip that ball to first.
We call it the hot corner for a reason. Less than 60 feet away from where that bat hits the ball. And, of course, with Cable being a righty, that was pulled right into her. And so good job on Moore for stopping it. The infield defense for the Jumbo is always something to be proud of for them. And there's 1 down. Showing bunt to start off is Nikki Johnson, but she'll take that first strike.
Yeah, you know, the infield is super strong, though, but I will say we have seen them make a couple of errors in the wrong times. I think back to that Williams game just a few weeks ago when the Jumbos were up and then let a 4-run deficit go, I think. And so definitely going to see the Jumbos today look to fix just any of those stray innings, stray errors.
0-2 now to Johnston, freshman out of St. Charles, Illinois, hitting .372 on the year. Not a ton of power so far, but that contact bat from the left side always benefits a softball team, especially in this number 2 spot. Here's the 0-2 from Johnson. Chop to third. Moore bobbles it. It's going to have to pick it up, and it rolls a little bit out of her reach, and so Johnston will reach to start off here in the first inning. Wonder if we'll give that a hit or an error. It was pretty hard hit to Moore. We're waiting for the scorecard's decision. It is an error, so E5 is the call.
Now batting for my team, number 17, Mackenzie Biven.
Not necessarily the end of the world for the Jumbos. Mackenzie Biven, an impressive player from San Diego, California, has a variety of awards in her palmares.
First pitch is swung on and flawn to left field. Harita went in and then ran back, ends up dropping the ball. Going to third will be Johnson. She'll get there safely. It's a double for Mackenzie Biven. And MIT striking early. They've got runners on second and third with one down.
Mackenzie Bivin, the new MAC Rookie of the Year, first team All-American in 2023, the first player in MIT history. I could go on and on. The list is long. In 2023, she broke the single-season RBI record of the team, led the team in RBIs, home runs, slugging, and a variety of other categories. Definitely the double is not surprising.
Bit of a slower start for Bivin this year. Just recently started to go. 8 for 17 in her last few games. That adds another double.
You know, I will say, though, Andrew, I'd have a player, or rather have a player like Bivin come good later in the season than early.
It looks like that's happening for her right now. Of course, as you mentioned, All-American. One of the first players in MIT history to become an All-American. Here's Pendowski. Takes one inside. 1-1 is now the count. Jumbos have the infield in. They'll likely send any ground ball, hard hit, straight to home, or at least check the runner at third. Johnson facing some trouble early, something that she hasn't had to do too often throughout this season. Here's the 1-1. Off speed outside.
You know, and while this MIT record might not necessarily be a testament to it at the current moment, they're a team that can come out strong and really capitalize on momentum. So if I were the Jumbos bench, I might be a little concerned right now with two players in scoring position.
The 2-1. Outside. The count goes to 3-1. Pendowski, a dangerous bat in the cleanup spot.
So
Already has a home run on the season. Had 2 last year. So want to be careful, of course, but you do still have some powerful hitters coming up after her.
yeah, the MIT does have a solid offensive lineup.
Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed, and the count goes full. Ari Kumar on deck. First year's had a very good start to the season, can put the ball in play a ton. See if Pendowski can do the same here. Bivin on second, Johnson on third. Here for MIT. Here's the 3-2 from Johnson. Pendowski swung on and grounded foul.
Solid from Pendowski, managed to stay alive. Get another crack at it.
And with MIT, their offense so good last season. And just waiting for some of those bats that were really doing well for them, like Bivin, to come alive at the end of the year. And we're seeing it early here in this game. Swung on and missed on the 3-2. And Johnson's got herself her first strikeout. There's now 2 down. That's a big one for Johnson.
For sure. Johnson put that pitch, looked like the edge of maybe the strike zone, maybe a little outside. Regardless, Pendowski bid on it. And Johnson gets the first strike of the game.
Here's the first year, Arya Kumar. Still second and third, however now, no need to throw home. The infield has backed up. You can just get that out at first, end the inning without any damage being done. Kumar hitting .333 on the season. Good amount of slug, has 3 triples on the year, so can be quick with it. Now facing an 0-1 count from Sky Johnson. She delivers. Off speed, down low. That was a good pitch from Johnson. Tried to, it caught a lot of the plate until just falling out of reach as it reached the glove of Heaven Oliva. One is the count. Here's the pitch. 2-1.
That pitch a little low. Johnson, I think, looking for that outside corner.
Two outs here in the top of the first. Sky Johnson trying to work out of trouble early. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 2-2. Jumbo's coming off of a split series in that doubleheader Sunday, I apologize, against Middlebury. Looking to get back in the win column here right now.
Both teams coming off a split doubleheader as MIT is coming off a split with Wheaton.
2-2, off speed. Good take by Kumar. Johnson had that pitch right where she wanted it, and the count will go full with 2 down. MIT so far have not bitten on that off-speed pitch from Johnson. Here's the payoff. Fouled away.
Kumar swings at it, manages to foul it off, keep herself alive with a full count here.
Had a multi-hit game on Monday versus in that Wheaton series. Had 2 doubles on the day. Double here would score 2 rather easily. 3-2 once again. Johnson sets, fires, ground ball just down the third base line and foul. So Kumar putting up a good at-bat.
For sure, Johnson right now starting to cycle through that repertoire of pitches, trying to find the right one.
Here we go, 3-2 once again. Johnson delivers upstairs, and a good at-bat results in a 2-out walk for Ari Kumar, and the bases are now loaded for the first baseman, Mackenzie Relihan.
Relihan from Naperville, Illinois, only batting .261 this season after 46 at-bats, slugging percentage at .413, but she does have 13 RBIs this season, so a player you probably would want in a situation like this.
Relihan's power gone up from last season, on base percentage as well, both on the up and up. Big spot here with the bases juiced. 1-0. Pop foul. Count evens up. Johnson has not had a start this season where she's allowed more than 1 earned run. And already MIT threatening that here.
That ball was moving up, coming off the bat of Relihan there. It was a fast swing. You can definitely tell she has the power.
1-1 pitch. Off speed, and that got Relihan there. 2 strikes now in the count. It's been a pitch that looks so tempting up until it just drops out of the zone. We saw Kumar not take a swing. Relihan did there. Now the count 1-2 here with 2 down. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Relihan check swing into foul territory. Lineback not able to get there, and we'll do it again.
Definitely consequential here. With that count being 1-2, 2 outs, bases loaded.
Johnson versus Relihan, the 1-2. Swung on and grounded to short. Steinberg, fields, fires, and that play is made. So MIT threatens. They got the bases loaded with 2 outs, and one of their stronger hitters up to bat. But Sky Johnson able to put them away and send the Jumbos to bat after a scoreless top of the first.
Jumbos made 1 error there with 3 engineers left on base.
And with that, Jumbos will again come to the plate here in the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at their lineup and then the MIT defense. For the Jumbos, starting off, of course, with that 22-5 record, leading off going to be Rachel Moore at third base, followed by Josie Steinberg, Lauren Harita, and Caitlin Perucci in the cleanup spot. Michelle Edelman in center field, she'll be batting 5th, followed by Carrion Slayton, who's the DP for today, at least for this first game. Heaven Oliva will be the catcher behind the plate. She's batting 7th. Bella Jimenez batting 8th at second base, and Haley Lineback at first. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment here again for MIT. Of course, they have Michaela Cable in left, Kara Hines in center, Kennedy Atkinson in right. In the infield, it'll be Nikki Johnson, Ari Kumar, Mackenzie Biven, and Mackenzie Relihan third to first. Olivia Scarpacci will be behind the plate with Katia Pendowski, the DH, and Caroline Langmeyer, the starting pitcher for the Engineers.
You know, the Jumbos having that offensive momentum right now with 2 big wins against Middlebury this weekend. And they're definitely going to look to keep those 2 wins and add another 2 to them here. So here we go, the Jumbos on the offensive side of the bat.
It'll be a tough task against Langmeyer as Rachel Moore steps into the box and takes ball 1. Langmeyer 8-2 on the season with a 1.27 ERA across 66 innings pitched. Fouled away, count goes to 1-1. Langmeyer was the NUMAC tournament most outstanding player last season, so able to, of course, do well in the postseason, but also great here so far in 2024. The 1-1 from Moore, foul back.
Rachel Moore, grad student from Atkinson, New Hampshire, a super effective player for the Jumbos last season. 2023, a variety of awards achieved, including the NFCA All-Region First Team.
The 1-2, swung on, chopped right through the gap between shortstop and third, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Moore. Under the glove of Kumar it went, and the Jumbos have their face base runner on.
Solid at bat for Moore so far. Get on base right away. See if she can make her stamp on the game. Ideally, which can be capitalized on by another grad student, Josie Steinberg.
Steinberg takes strike 1. One of the best defensive shortstops in the NESCAC. Her sister Mio occupied that position before her. Was the defensive player of the year last season. She's going to loop one. Just foul down the right field line. It's a good piece of opposite field hitting, but just not in play. That would have been a big damage.
Definitely would have been big damage. Dropped just foul.
Steinberg is on a big hot streak right now. 10 for 19 across her last 6 games. Was 3 for 3 with 3 runs and a double in one of those games of the doubleheader against Middlebury. Off speed, able to keep that one in play. The out will be made at first by Mackenzie Relihan, and so Josie Steinberg will be retired, but advancing to second is more on the play.
Brings up to back Lauren Harita, sophomore from San Mateo, California.
You see there on that last play as well. Steinberg sitting fastball, the off speed came in and was still able to get a barrel on the ball. That was impressive stuff, even though it did result in an out.
Certainly impressive. The hit did look a little on the more awkward side of things, but again, regardless, she was able to get the bat onto it, which is impressive. That first pitch, a strike.
Harita takes one inside. She's had a great weekend so far and looking to ride off that momentum again today. 2 home runs, 1 in each of those games against Middlebury in that doubleheader that the Jumbos ended up taking both games off of. Here's the 1-1. Langmeyer will issue a ground ball once again. Relihan unable to pick it up. Advancing to third is Moore, and it'll be an E3 on Mackenzie Relihan with Harita reaching on the play.
Yeah, Relihan goes down to grab that ball and stops it. Thinks she's picked it up to turn and throw, and that ball just isn't in her glove. Means Harita can get to base. A quick player there, not an error you want to make in that position.
So runners on the corners now for the Jumbos. That'll bring up one of the best hitters currently in the NESCAC and in Division III as a whole, and that is Caitlin Perucci.
Caitlin Perucci looked to bunt there, decides against it. She is also the leading hitter for the Jumbos right now, batting .488.
Almost 500 this late in the season. You don't normally see that, but somebody of Perucci's caliber, of course, had a great freshman year, and now here as a sophomore continuing to do more of the same. Harita stole on that play, and Perucci lines one down the left field line, just foul.
That ball goes left, drops maybe a foot left to that left foul line. Really solid swing though, really solid hit. Almost super dangerous.
So with runners on first and third, Harita ended up going on that first pitch. The Engineers, not wanting to allow more to score, let that runner go, and so now it's second and third with a 1-1 count. Perucci, the team leader in average, OPS, on-base percentage, slugging, RBIs, walks, and doubles. I mean, it's almost every category at this point. And that's on a Jumbo lineup that has a lot of very strong hitters.
Certainly true, and as a sophomore as well. Just super impressive from her.
Count is 2-1. MIT has the infield in. Jimbo's looking to pick up their first run. 2-2 now the count. Nice pitch, finds the outside corner for Langmeyer.
Yeah, not that pitch, but the last one. She was looking for that outside corner, managed to find it on the most recent pitch.
The 2-2 upstairs, and the count goes full. Have to be careful with Perucci at the plate, but Michelle Edelman, who another grad student who's had a terrific career here with the Jumbos, is on deck. Here's the payoff. Outside, and the bases are loaded.
You know, I gotta wonder whether that one was more of a strategic decision to walk her. Perugia, super dangerous hitter. Maybe the Engineers think they can be a little more successful on the offensive side later in the lineup. But I gotta say, with Michelle Edelman coming up to bat, another grad student and a great all-around hitter.
Edelman takes ball one. She's been on all NESCAC teams 3 straight seasons. First team in 2021 and 2022, was all NESCAC third team last season, but still had a 970 OPS, hitting over 350, and this year continuing that same production. Swings on the 1-0 pitch and fouls it back.
Yeah, for sure. She had a super successful 2023 season and had a relatively successful season this season as well, batting .348.
Bases are loaded now. It's Moore on third, Harita on second, and soon to be different as that ball is flied into center field, and not going to get it is Hines. One run will score, another one will come around. Here comes Harita. The play at the plate is in time. They got her. What a throw from the outfield, and making a perfect tag was the catcher, Scarpacci. So one run will score, but another out will be recorded.
You know, that was a bit of an interesting decision there for Harita to come home because the play had kind of advanced into the infield. And then her run seemed a little delayed. She started to run and then decided against it and then ran again. And by that point, the ball was in the hand of Scarpacci.
So one run came in. The scoreboard read 2 for a second, and I wanted to make sure I was correct on that.
Brings up Carrion Slayton now.
Slayton fouls one back. Listed as the DP for today. Of course, plays a lot of games behind the plate, but with Heaven Oliva having a pretty solid season, they want to split those games at the catcher spot for this doubleheader, so we'll likely see Slayton behind the plate in game 2. First and second, 0-1 count. Pitch outside. So Edelman there limited to just a single after that really solid piece of contact, but
yeah, some quick reaction by the Engineers in the outfield to make sure they were on that ball, and that ball was coming back to the infield quick.
Slayton grounds one to third, and just foul as Johnson picked it up in foul territory.
You know, Langmeyer again looking for that outside, trying to find that and hoping it'll be successful against the Jumbos. Has sort of been thus far.
Fouled away. Count still at 2-2. Langmeyer also, alongside Johnson, with 9 complete games. Had one against Wheaton just a couple of days ago. The 2-2. Grounded to short. Kumar Fields fires over to first, and a nice stretch by Relihan will end the inning. But the Jumbos get one off of the RBI single from Michelle Edelman, and they are the first to strike here in the first half of this doubleheader. 1-0 is the score as we head to the second.
Yeah, you know, this is relatively solid offensive inning there for the Jumbos.
Scarpacci and Hines.
Heading into the top of the second here at Spicer Field, Jumbo is able to pick up their first run against MIT. off of that RBI single from Michelle Edelman. She's still in center field. It'll be Sky Johnson on the mound. Against the 7, 8, and 9 hitters here for the Engineers. Kennedy Atkinson, the right fielder, will step in first. Johnson gonna set and fire. Ground ball softly to first. Gonna be a tough play. Jimenez able to cover the base in time, and there's one down.
Yeah, that was a solid play there. A little bit of, not necessarily confusion to say, but first baseman stepped off the bag, and second baseman was there to, I guess, fill in the position, which was an effective defensive play.
3-4 on the scorecard as there's one down here in the top of the second. Johnson, of course, left the bases loaded for MIT. And that off speed going to be a problem all day as Scarpacci swings and misses for strike one.
Scarpacci currently batting .370 with 46 at-bats this season. A solid offensive player for them.
Taking a big jump in terms of production. Of course, spent some limited time behind the plate last season. Now the full-time starter at catcher. .370, as you said. 17 hits. Not a ton of power, but able to get it off the bat and moving quick. Already has a triple on the season. Here's the 1-1 from Johnson. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
Yeah, Scarpacci bit at that outside ball. Something we've continued to see both pitchers in today's game look for.
One ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. Johnson sets, delivers, chopper to short. Steinberg fields, fires over to lineback, and she's able to make the play, 2 down.
Got to comment on Josie Steinberg there. She just looks so relaxed. It's honestly so impressive.
Of course, softball game where you really need to transfer the ball, make these plays in the infield super quick with the dimensions being smaller than a baseball field, of course.
For sure.
Here's Kara Hines. Sophomore will take strike 1. Also hitting really nicely in this 9 spot. Over half of her hits are extra base hits, so make sure to watch out for that. Jumbos have Harita and Perucci both considerably back in the corner outfield positions. Upstairs, 1 and 1.
Kara Hines from Cynthiana, Kentucky. Again, like you said, batting pretty well this season.
Hines had 11 hits in 2023, already 13 with a lot of the season left to play. 1 and 2 now the count. Johnson has not allowed a base runner here in this second inning, and she'd like to avoid that after, of course, what was a bit of a sweaty spot in the first.
You know, ironically, a spot that MIT has found themselves in a couple of times with a lot of stranded batters on base.
It's a nice spot. That fastball in the outside corner. Count goes to 2 and 2. Here's the pitch from Johnson once again. Hines swings and misses on the off speed, and that's going to do it here for the top of the second. A 1-2-3 top of the second for Sky Johnson as she bounces back nicely. Still scoreless are MIT. It's 1-0 Jumbos as we head to the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, solid inning from Sky Johnson there. Manages to keep the bases free of Engineers and keeps that Jumbo lead up 1. Jumbos here as they move into the bottom of the second. Obviously looking to pile on it a little further. Something that is definitely achievable for the Jumbos with a super strong offensive lineup throughout the lineup.
It'll be Oliva, Jimenez, and lineback due up. We'll be right back here on JumboCast after this. Back here for the bottom of the second. Oliva The catcher fouls one back to start things off. Caroline Langmeyer still out there on the mound here for MIT. Oliva catching today with Carrie Ann Slayton taking that designated player role. 2:45 in her freshman season. Takes one upstairs for ball one. Oliva's looked very strong over her last 5 games. 7 hits in that span. Swings and misses on the outside. 1-0 Jumbos here in the bottom of the second. Andrew Howe and Nick Dorr here on the call. Upstairs again, count evens up. Jumbos have been looking for a player who can fill in that 9th DP spot. Harita's done nicely, but now in left field. And it'll be a mix of the catchers here today as the count will fill up.
Yeah, Langmeyer looked for that outside, not necessarily on the corner, but that outside edge. Didn't find it there. That ball fouled off, goes high, and fouled back.
So a full count here to Oliva. Langmeyer deals, grounded up the middle and through for a base hit. And Heaven Oliva is off to start off the second. That's the second straight time where Jumbo reaches base to start off an inning here in this game.
Now batting for the Jumbos, number 10, Bella Jimenez.
So with the runner on, none down here in the bottom of the second, here's Bella Jimenez, senior out of Oak Park, California. Still looking for a little bit of that offensive power that we know she is certainly capable of. Only hitting .243 on the season after hitting .386 in 2023.
Yeah, you know, Jimenez had a solid 2023 season and has looked to continue it. Done a decent job at doing that.
Takes ball one. Jimenez spent a lot of time in that leadoff spot last season. Now, of course, down here batting 8th. Had a slower first half of 2023 as well and was able to really pick it back up towards the end of the season. And so we're hoping for a similar spree of momentum in 2024.
Yeah, you know, for sure, that's definitely something the Jumbos will look to really have is the big bats really start to come alive in these, you know, late April games and really, of course, those big May games, whether that's the NCAA tournament or the NESCAC tournament, because those are the games offensively you need to be super active.
And Jimenez will work a walk. So the first 2 base runners reach here in the bottom of the second inning, and Langmeyer still yet to record an out.
Brings up the sophomore from Wantagh, New York, Haley Leinbach.
Quick conference on the mound here as it looks like Olivia Scarpacci wants to talk things over with Langmeyer.
Now batting for the Jumbos, number 8,
Whip
Haley
this season
Leinbach.
of just 1.14. She's been one of the more consistent starters for MIT, and the Jumbos already threatening once again with 2 on, no outs, with Haley Leinbach up to the plate.
Haley Leinbach, both a solid offensive player, but really a stellar defensive player for them last year, winning the D3 Gold Glove Award, you know, playing an effective season, and obviously looking to translate both on the offensive and defensive side here.
She's already made a couple of nice plays at first base. Pinch runner now in for the Jumbos. Sarah Cullen, the freshman, entering for Oliva at second base. Of course, a situation now where a base hit could score a runner from second, and so want to make sure you have somebody quick in order to get down there. Lineback shows bunt, and it hits the plate, says the home plate umpire. It would have advanced the runners for sure on that play, and so lucky break here for Langmeyer and MIT.
Yeah, you know, Leinbach only batting 194 this season, but
and she's been someone as well, Nick, who had a lot of really great contact ability in 2023. We just haven't seen it as much this year. Here's the 1-1 with 2 on. Still showing bunt. She'll get it down this time. Langmeyer fires over to first, advances the runners, and the 9-hitter Leinbach does her job as now second and third. for Tufts with one down as the lineup comes back around to Rachel Moore.
You know, definitely a good strategic position to, you know, obviously if she can get on base, great, but if she can't get on base, you know, such is life, and try and just bring around the super strong starting lineup for the Jumbos. Or I guess top half of that batting lineup.
Rachel Moore takes the ball outside, singled into the right center field gap her first time up. MIT has the infield in. Don't want to give up another run. Fly ball into foul territory down the right field line. And falling out of play and out of the reach of the right fielder Atkinson. Still 1-0 here, but the Jumbos have an opportunity to plate a couple if another base hit comes through for Moore. Here's the 1-1. Swung on line right into the second basewoman and going to fall for a base hit. That'll be Cullen scoring. And Bivin just unable to make that play on a hard hit ball. They're going to rule that a hit and an RBI single for Rachel Moore. It's 2-0 Tufts.
You know, a bit unfortunate for Bivin. That ball was driven almost right at her glove, but with just such velocity that it kind of bounced off, and she wasn't able to get a good grab of it, so it went by her.
Runner goes here on first and third. Throw was cut off.
Steinberg showed
by
bunt
Bivin.
there.
Of course, these first and third plays very common for the Jumbos. We saw Harita in the first inning take off in the same situation. And this time the throw went into the second basewoman, Bivin, to make sure to catch Jimenez if she went home. Fly ball right field. Going back is Atkinson. She's not going to get there, and it's going to go to the wall. One run will score. Jimenez will come around. Here comes Moore as well. It'll be 2 in on the RBI double from Josie Steinberg, and the Jumbos have broken it open. It's 4-0.
Josie Steinberg, a really stellar hit there. Drops it just past the engineer in right field and comes whipping around the bases. Jumbo's clearly taking the opportunity to score some runs to make it now 4-0 in favor of the Tufts Jumbos.
The ability of the bottom of the lineup to get on base set up. Of course, both Moore and Steinberg, who have been just terrific all season long. Steinberg now with 28 RBIs on the season. As there's a conference now on the mound. MIT has run with 4 or 5 pitchers throughout the season, but Langmeyer has been someone who's been able to give them a lot of length and go deep into these games. But already 4 runs allowed, only 1.1 innings pitched, so has the same number of runs in as she has outs recorded.
You know, you got to wonder, Andrew, with that doubleheader looming in the mind of the Engineers, are they going to maybe play their pitching game a little differently than they might in a single game?
Number 19, Lauren Harita.
Their 2 traditional starters, both Langmeyer and Becca O'Connor, have gotten those opportunities this season. O'Connor, normally getting that second half, has struggled a little bit more than Langmeyer, so already a bit of a concern for MIT to see their ace struggling against one of the best offenses in NCAA.
You know, you got to give Langmeyer a little credit with the second half of that sentence there.
Ground to the second. Bivin makes the play. Harita is retired. Advancing to third on the play is Steinberg, and now there's 2 away. Of course, one of the better offenses here for Tufts, but also Langmeyer was on that, first team All-NUMEC last season. So somebody who is in a very competitive conference, took their team all the way to the NCAA Super Regional, and it's a good showing for the Jumbos against somebody who has had a lot of success against a lot of common opponents so far this year.
Perucci fouls that first one back. Here to take the second.
Swung on the off-speed, foul down the left field line and out of play.
You know, the off-speed swings are always interesting because they tend to be a little bit of a slower swing.
Get the bat out in front, expect the fastball, and then if you see it's off-speed, try to keep it down there, get bat on ball. That's what's been working so far for the Jumbos. 1-2 now the count as that pitch goes outside. Perucci walked in the first.
Langmeyer trying to find that outside top corner. Doesn't with that pitch.
Here's the 1-2. Swung on the off speed, out of play once again.
Perucci managing to, you know, stay alive, of course. Not in a terrible threat. 1 and 2 on the count right now.
And here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed upstairs. And got Perucci to bite. So Langmeyer works out of that second inning, but not before the Jumbos put up 3 runs, I should say. 2 on the double from Steinberg, 1 on the single from Moore. And it's now 4-0 in favor of Tufts as we head to the 3rd inning.
You know, like I said, Langmeyer was trying to find that outside top and does in that case. Perucci bites on it and doesn't find any contact, bringing the Jumbos up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please defensively for the Jumbos.
All right, if there's a
number 23 behind the plate.
back here at the top of the 3rd at Spicer Field, Jumbos got 3 runs on their last time up. Now take the field once again. Sky Johnson worked a 1-2-3 second inning. And we'll look to do the same here against the top of the MIT lineup. Kayla Cable up first, grounded to 3rd base her last time up. First pitch in there for a strike. It's listed as a ground ball in my score sheet, but it was a liner right to Rachel Moore. She was able to stop it and get the out at first after it dropped to the ground.
Cable, obviously a super strong offensive player.
Showing bunt here, it'll sail foul. Corner infielders running in. They thought that, of course, that was the play that was going to be made. Cable very quick, 5 stolen bases on the season, has yet to be caught, had 6 in 2023. Season where she was 3rd team all-region, was the Cambridge Regional Most Outstanding Player. Currently riding a 6-game hitting streak. Had 2 hits in both games versus Wheaton. Of course, another doubleheader here for the Jumbos and MIT. Next game starting probably 20 to 30 minutes after conclusion of the 1st. We'll likely see Sophia DeCoco and Becca O'Connor in the circle. Here's the 1-2. Cable grounds 1 to 2nd. Jimenez fields it on a hop, fires to 1st, and there's 1 down. Johnson's been able to force a lot of grounders. Interestingly enough, that's normally the strategy of Sophia DeCoco, the pitcher we'll likely see for game number 2. Johnson able to strike a lot of batters out, already has 2 on the afternoon. Infield in for Nikki Johnston, who showed bunt last time up. And she'll take that one for a strike. Johnson only 1 extra base hit on the season. Of course, from that left side, slap always an option. Even here with nobody on base. Oh, and 2 now the count. The pitch off speed on the outside, and another strikeout for Sky Johnson, number 73 on the season. There's 2 away.
Sky Johnson, obviously a consistent player, and clearly didn't panic after that first bit of a hairy situation in that 1st inning. Brings up Bivin.
It's been 6 straight retired here for Johnson after having that bases loaded in the 1st. Bivin takes 1 low and inside. She had a double her last time up. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 down. Pitch on that outside corner. The count goes to 1-1. Of course, for Bivin, hit 417 last year, only 281 entering the game today, but has shown a lot more power as of late. Home run and 2 doubles in their last couple of games. Added another one here in the first inning. Here's the 1-1. Bivin grounds one to third. Fielded by Moore. She'll make the play, and that'll end the inning. So another quick 1-2-3 as Sky Johnson has retired her last 7 batters faced.
No runs, no
Sky
hits,
Johnson
no
clearly
runs, no
finding
hits,
the
no
recipe to
runs,
take
no
down the
hits,
Engineers
no
right
runs,
now
no hits,
and managing to stay solid on the defensive side, something the Jumbos have consistently relied on this season, and something that will definitely be important when you have pitchers you can really rely on as you get into those more critical games where, you know, every runner on base really starts to count and matter, and if you can stop those runners from getting on base, you have a lot more chance of making it further and making deeper runs into those bigger tournaments.
And for MIT, they actually advanced further than Tufts did last season. They won their first regional, of course, ended up falling to the same opponent as we mentioned earlier on in the broadcast. Moravian was a very strong team in 2023, and just haven't seen the same level of consistency offensively for MIT. A lot of the hitters that performed super well for them last year, Nick, not as strong this season, particularly players like Bivin and Kennedy Atkinson over in right field, just still waiting for the offensive production to really come through for this Engineer team to come online again.
Yeah, you know, and it's definitely an important part of this Engineered team is seeing if they can get those offensive bats to really come alive. Currently at bat right now for the Jumbos is Michelle Edelman.
Yeah, and MIT, of course, always a consistent team that makes it very far in tournament play. Of course, with a newer head coach, Madison Trotman, in her second season, but MIT has not missed the NCAA tournament since 2017. Made it all the way to the College World Series in 2019. The 1-1 from Edelman is skied high into right center field. Atkinson will make the play, and there's one down.
Trotman with MIT in 2023 was the NUMAC coaching staff of the year. They obviously won the NUMAC regular season and the crown. Trotman herself also played collegiate softball, played for Brandeis.
Pretty local, so staying in the Boston area. Here's Carrie Ann Slayton, first pitch, skied high and deep into center field. And making the play is Hines. There's 2 down.
Definitely can imagine that, you know, while MIT isn't crazy close to here, it's a pretty quick little trip. And I'd imagine the players really appreciate it, not having to take huge times out of their day and not having to, you know, enjoy those long bus rides if you can enjoy them.
Oh yeah, especially on a weekday. I know it's getting closer to final season. For school, of course, also like MIT, I'm sure the final week for a lot of the players on the field, almost as difficult as the home stretch of the regular season on the softball field.
They are called the Engineers for a reason, Andrew.
Fly ball in the foul territory, and Johnson makes the play to retire Oliva. A quick 1-2-3 inning by Caroline Langmeyer. She bounces back nicely off of 3 pop-ups and 3 quick outs.
Yeah, Langmeyer manages to hold the Jumbos at no runs in that inning. Sends us to the top of the 4th.
We move to the 4th drop for MIT, Pendowski, Kumar, and
It'll be
Relahan.
Pendowski, Kumar, and Relahan for MIT. We're going to take a short break here on JumboCast. When we come back, we'll head to the 4th. Engineers trying to get lucky here in the top of the fourth. They got the middle of their lineup coming up. It's Pendowski, Kumar, and Relihan against Sky Johnson. Johnson only allowing 1 hit. Did have the bases loaded in the first, but MIT have not put up anything offensively after that. It's been 7 straight Engineers down, and if a 1-2-3 inning happens here, Johnson could get to double digits.
Yeah, Johnson clearly finding the recipe right now that's needed to take down the Engineers. Will look to continue doing it with this first pitch.
Pendowski takes strike 1. The DP for MIT struck out her last time up. Played a lot of time in 2022, made an all-conference team, and then split time on and off the field last season. All NUMAC first team in the 2022 season for MIT. The 0-1 from Johnson is swung on and missed. Katia Pendowski, 1 home run of the season, had 7 back in her all NUMAC first team 2022.
Obviously, like we've talked about.
And a swing and a miss on the off speed. Johnson continuing to roll. That is strikeout number 4 for her, and there's 1 down.
Engineers looking for those bats to come alive. And they are certainly not against Sky Johnson.
The shortstop, number 8, Ari Kumar.
Brings up number 8, Eric Kumar, freshman infielder.
Johnson fires a strike. You can see why the outside corners continue to be a top of conversation. That pitch is so hard to hit for a righty batter, especially when it's that low in the zone. The umpire's been calling it so far today.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely an awkward position for the batters to hit, and clearly Johnson knows that and is capitalizing.
The 0-1, Kumar flares one into foul territory, diving his line back, and she can barely not make the play.
Oh, mere inches.
The ball,
If that even. I think the ball hit her glove.
yeah, ball I think grazed the edge of her glove right there. And lineback, of course, a very strong defender over at first base. Able to show off her agility a little bit, but unable to record the out.
Clearly laughing a little frustrated with that one. Almost an impressive play.
Got the jersey dirty, shows that you tried.
Certainly true.
Here's the 0-2. Johnson fires one outside. Kumar will take. You remember back in the first inning, Kumar worked a brilliant at-bat against Johnson. Did not bite on any of those off-speed pitches that fell out of the zone, and was able to get on with a walk and load the bases before eventually Relihan grounded it short to end the first inning. Here's the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2.
Yeah, Kumar showing her patience, right? And like showing her ability to not bite at every pitch, not bite at those pitches that other batters might bite at.
Yeah, and it's great plate discipline here for her first year. Her and Johnston on the left side of the infield, the only 2 first years in the starting lineup today. Liner right to second base, and Jimenez will make the play. There's 2 down.
Johnson tried to catch that one herself, doesn't get onto it. Luckily, Jimenez sitting right behind her, so to speak. And shifts right just a tad, or I guess shifts to her right, our left, and manages to make the catch.
So there's 2 down here in the top of the fourth. It'll bring up Mackenzie Relihan. Swing and a miss on that upstairs fastball. 1 strike. Talked about finals week being a important thing. Maybe not for Relihan. Was valedictorian of her high school over in Naperville, Illinois.
You know, I feel like though they go to MIT, like I feel like a lot of these players probably were.
Definitely possible, as Relihan now faces an 0-2 count. The percentage of valedictorians across the softball roster for a school like MIT, probably higher than many other schools here in Division III.
Certainly true. Tufts might rival, maybe.
No balls, 2 strikes. Johnson to Relihan. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Johnson has retired her last 10 batters.
Relihan tries to bite on that outside corner and just doesn't find it. Johnson continuing to find that top outside corner like we've been talking about for the past 4 innings. Brings the Jumbos back up now. The score currently 4-0 here on Spicer Field.
Back here for the bottom of the 4th at Spicer Field. Andrew Howe, Nick Dorr here with you on JumboCast. Make sure to stay tuned 20 to 25 minutes after the conclusion of this first game for game number 2 between Tufts and MIT. You got to stay right here. No need to change the stream. We'll keep it right on your screens.
Bella Jimenez up now. Had a solid defensive play in that last inning and looks to keep that success going on the offense. First 2 pitches make the count 1-1.
So Langmeyer settling in really nicely after giving up 3 runs in the second inning. Had a 1-2-3 third with 3 flyouts. And this one going to be a ground ball to second. Making the play is Bivin, and just in time to get the Speedy Jimenez for out number 1.
Yeah, you know, that's something that the Jumbos really have is a lot of speed in their lineup and a lot of ability to get to those bases quickly. No match for Bivin there, though. Manages to snag that ball, get it to Relihan just in time.
We saw Bivin had a tough play earlier in that second inning. It was not ruled an error, but it was a tough play to be made,
that
and able to recover nicely.
Bivin obviously no secret to making big plays and being a big impact player.
Grounded to third. Johnston fires across the face. The home plate umpire says that it hit the ground in foul territory, perhaps hit home plate, and so the count instead will go to 0-2 off of the foul ball. Fly ball, first base side. Relihan makes the play. Quickly 2 down. That softball just floating in the air for seemingly forever until it came right down into the hand of Relihan.
Yeah, and on the camera, I think it shows that USA flag right there. It's not necessarily windy here on Spicer Field, but it's definitely a little breezy.
Cloud covering the sun right now. We're sitting here in Medford, mid-50s or so. Probably drop down to lower 50s at the conclusion of this second game. Rachel Moore back up here for the Jumbos. She's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI.
Moore fouls that pitch out on the right. Goes over the net. She's back now.
Off speed. Did not get Moore to bite. Langmeyer placed it nicely, but instead now facing a 1-2 count. Still 4-0 here in the 4th inning. Moore fouls it back. Count still staying at 1-2.
Yeah, Langmeyer managing to come back, build up some strikes here and build up some outs after giving up that 3-run second inning.
Here's the 1-2 outside. Moore, of course, reigning NESCAC Player of the Year in 2023. In a different spot in the lineup this time, now batting first instead of 3rd or 4th last season, but still tremendous production and doing a lot here in her graduate season. Of course, getting that 5th year due to COVID. Here's the full count. Ground ball onto the plate, and so the count will stay full.
Yeah, that pitch placed on the inside. She swung at it, and it goes down.
Last game versus Middlebury, 2 for 3. Has already had the same number of hits this time around. Here's the 3-2 once again. Moore grounds it sharply down the left field line, I should say, and foul again.
Seen that be the case on a couple of different occasions today, Andrew. That ball fouled left down that line.
Here's a 3-2. And a nice at-bat for Moore as she works herself a walk.
Yeah, Langmeyer there tries to find that top outside corner. Clearly a pitch and a placement both pitchers know about. Doesn't find it on that one. Sends Moore to first base on a walk.
Here's Steinberg. First pitch swung on into right field. Making the play is Atkinson. And even though Steinberg puts another hard hit ball into play, there's an engineer defender to get there, and the Jumbos will leave Moore on first base. And another scoreless inning here in the bottom of the fourth.
Atkinson did a good job there reading where that ball was going to go and making sure she was in place. Maybe did some geometry or, some math there.
The engineering coming to play here for MIT. 4-0 still in favor of Tufts as we head to the fifth. Back here in the fifth inning on JumboCast. Tufts still leading the first half of this doubleheader, 4-0. It was 3-run out in the second that really has gotten this game into a position where the Jumbos can stand comfortably. Top of the lineup doing a lot of work for them. Josie Steinberg had that 2-run double in the second inning. Rachel Moore had an RBI single also in the second inning. And Michelle Edelman accounting for that fourth RBI back in the first.
Brings up number 10, Kennedy Atkinson, junior outfielder.
Grounded to third. Nice play by Moore. She fires over to first. There's one down.
Yeah, that was a good left-handed grab by Moore. Good left-handed reach. Just gets the glove in front of it, picks it up, and swings it at first base where it's caught.
The reaction time needed to make that play. Incredibly impressive out of Rachel Moore. Has had a great day at the plate with 2 hits and still doing some work in the hot corner.
Scarpacci now.
Scarpacci shows bunt. Running in is Moore. Going to be a tough play again. Fires to Jimenez. She bobbles the ball. A tough play. Almost another great play by Moore, but Jimenez just unable to hold on in time. And that'll allow for Scarpacci to reach off of the bunt.
Was ruled an error on Jimenez.
So an E4 for Bella Jimenez.
Bit unfortunate for Moore there. Really stellar play. And then whips that ball to first, but.
And Scarpacci took a couple steps as Hines takes strike one. The catcher here for MIT. 2 for 3 on stolen base attempts this season. 4 for 4 in 2023.
Kara Hines there showing bunt, trying to allow for the steal.
Swung on and lined into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Harita fields it off of one hop. And the first 2 base runners for MIT have reached, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate in form of the leadoff hitter, Michaela Cable. Kara Hines, a hard hit ball. That might have been the hardest hit ball against Sky Johnson since the first inning when Mackenzie Bivin ripped that double to put runners on second and third. And now MIT in a similar position to do some damage.
Tufts taking the opportunity to chat at the mound.
Now, Nick, this was a position that we saw for MIT in the first. They left the bases loaded, and this has been something that they struggled with all season, as we talked about a little bit earlier.
Yeah, the notable example of it is against against Springfield in that doubleheader earlier last week, where both Cable and Bivin were left stranded on base.
Cable grounds it to short. Diving stop by Steinberg. She fires over to Moore. She's unable to make the play. Most likely going to rule that one a hit, as it was a great play by Steinberg, and it would have been a tough out to pick up at Scarpacci at third. But regardless, it's a single for Cable, and the first and 3 base runners in a row have reached for MIT. They load the bases once again with the heart of their lineup coming to the plate.
Now batting for MIT, number 7, Nikki Johnston.
So Nikki Johnston will step in. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on an error in the first inning. Takes that one upstairs. Jumbos have the infield in for now. Of course, a double play could end things, but that's a pretty tough ask, of course, especially with Cable at first base.
For sure. Johnston, an effective offensive player for the Engineers. Definitely a situation they want to be in right now.
Strike one. I believe the count is 1-1 right now. The scoreboard reading 0-1 at the moment.
There it is. There's the scoreboard fix.
Johnston retired. Johnson against Johnson here, actually. Here's the 1-1. Just on that outside corner, and the count goes 1-2. Sky Johnson, the pitcher for Tufts, retired 11 straight batters until allowing the next 3 to reach base. It was a double by Hines, a reached on error by Scarpacci, and a single for Cable. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Johnston chops it to third. Moore going to make the play at the plate. It's in time to Oliva for out number 2. Sound defense by Rachel Moore at third base, keeping her head clear and making the right play.
Yeah, that was really stellar defense from Moore. Knows to go straight to the plate. Does it quick, does it effective. The throw is right at Oliva, and the Jumbos are golden. Jumbo's taking time, though.
Here comes Coach Epstein. Still with the bases loaded. And Mackenzie Bivin, who again has not had the most success offensively this year, but just based off of her pedigree, is somebody that you have to be incredibly worried about if you are the Jumbos. One swing could tie this game. It's felt comfortable for a while, but MIT really threatening here in the fifth.
Yeah, you know, definitely something Mackenzie Bivin also, though, is no stranger to when it comes to making big plays, hitting big hits. In fact, her favorite sports memory was hitting a home run with her broken bat and then hiding said bat so that her coach wouldn't take it from her.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to ride with the good luck. You feel comfortable with the bat. We'll see. I don't think that same bat's going to be used by Bivin here today. Looks like Johnson going to stay in for now, as we're not expecting any change right now with how well she has been performing, and of course with that doubleheader coming up on the horizon.
Yeah, for sure. They're obviously not going to want to burn through pitchers really quickly. And also, you know, she got the Jumbos out of a scary situation in that first inning. She's got the capability to do it again with 2 outs.
First pitch, just low. Bivin, not a player to strike out a ton, only has 3 on the season. And so for the Jumbos, you're expecting the ball to be put in play in some capacity. You just got to make whatever the easiest play is at any base.
For sure, and hopefully that play is made quickly.
Same pitch, same result. Now 2-0.
Yeah, Johnson trying to find that bottom, bottom edge of the strike zone. Hasn't found it yet. Also hoping, of course, that Bivin will just bite on one of those pitches and she'll swing a strike.
Here's the 2-0. Swung on and missed. Went to the outside this time and got her to bite.
Johnson, like we talked about earlier in this game and throughout this game, has got quite the repertoire of pitches that she's really, really pretty effective at. And as a batter, that's definitely a puzzle.
Bases juiced. 2-1 is the count. Engineers looking to pick up their first run of this game. Swung on and missed again. The outside working well for Johnson, and she's 1 strike away from getting out of another jam. Yeah,
that mid-outside, a stellar pitch for her. Bivin bites on it. No contact, though, there, and the count is at 2-2 with 2 outs.
A big spot for the All-American second baseman. Here's the 2-2. Johnson sets, fires, got her to swing. And on the force, Oliva picks up the ball, drop third strike, and steps on home plate to end the inning. Another situation where MIT had the bases loaded, but Sky Johnson will shut them down. Picks up strikeout number 6 on the afternoon, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The score still 4-0.
Yeah, for sure. The Engineers, they're stranding batters on base, something they need to fix, especially in the later games of their season, that NUMAC tournament, and then of course the NCAA tournament if they can find themselves there.
MIT have one more non-conference series after this doubleheader versus Tufts. That's versus Endicott over on May 1st. The rest of it all conference play. Just like Tufts, you play, of course, a couple of games against every single team in your conference until the tournament. And for the Engineers, need to pick things up a little bit in NUMAC play, and of course, going to try. As I was saying, they're going to try to use this game against the Jumbos as a bit of momentum. Currently sitting 3-5 in conference play. Lauren Harita, the first up for the Jumbos. She swings at the first pitch, grounds it to first, and there's one away. Mackenzie Relihan's got a lot of action at first base. Had that error earlier on in the game, but has made up for it nicely. Performed very well on the defensive end. One down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Caroline Langmeyer still out. And Perucci will take a ball outside.
The Jumbos need something to get the momentum going right now with 2 scoreless innings.
Perucci grounds it slowly to Kumar, short. Picks it up, fires over to first, and will make the play.
Bit of miscommunication there between Kumar and third baseman Nicole Johnston, but nonetheless.
And so for MIT, 2 quick outs against the heart of the order that was giving them trouble in the first inning. Edelman shows bunt, unable to make contact, and will take strike 1. Michelle Edelman, 1 for 2, flew out to right field her last time up. Another fly ball into that right field corner. Atkinson watches it fly out of play. 0-2. Edelman has done wonders here for the Jumbos throughout her entire career. 10-game hit streak as soon as she came back to start off NESCAC play. Had that broken on Saturday in the second game versus Trinity, but overall, such a consistent offensive player, already starting off. Another hitting streak here, now at 4. Fly ball high in the infield. Relihan settles into foul territory to make the play. So a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Caroline Langmeyer. She's really settled in to allow for 3 scoreless innings after allowing 4 in her first 2.
Yeah, for sure, 2 effective plays there by first basewoman Relihan as well.
We're going to head to the 6th. Sky Johnson's still out. Jumbos still lead 4-0 after this. Jumbo's got to stay humble here on the top of the 6th as Spicer. 4-run lead, but have had the bases loaded twice. Sky Johnson able to work out of both jams. And once again, facing 4, 5, and 6 in the MIT order. Be Pendowski, Kumar, and Relihan.
Impressive confidence from Sky Johnson, and honestly confidence in her from the team to leave her in even after 2 of those situations. She's clearly shown, hey, I'm not going to panic and I can work our way out of this without letting any runs onto the plate. And clearly continues to do so as we head into the top of the 6th.
Pandowski 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. Takes the ball low, 1-1. Katia currently riding a 3-game hitting streak. Has to record a hit soon in order to keep that one going. Outside, 2-1.
Might not be freaking out about maintaining that hitting streak yet. Should see the lineup cycle. Maybe.
Well, if that happens, it means that MIT have kept this game close, which is a good thing for them.
Certainly true.
Here's the 2-1 from Johnson. In there for a strike.
That outside corner, of course, difficult to hit as a batter. Johnson finds it. Ties the count up at 2s.
Kumar on deck here for MIT. Pandowski against Johnson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. That's strikeout number 3 on the day for Katia Pandowski. Johnson now with number 7 on the afternoon, only allowing those 3 hits across 5 1/3 scoreless so far.
Kumar, a player she struggled with, Sky, I'm referring to earlier in the game, but found her number in the last inning, if I'm not wrong, Andrew.
Yep, lined out right to Bella Jimenez her last time up. Still has been working really tough at bats in that 5-hole. Takes a strike, 0-1. There's a relatively, to say, easy path for Johnson if she's able to continue to retire the Engineers in order. Of course, 4, 5, and 6 were due up here. 2 more 1, 2, 3 innings were left. Johnson will not have to face the top of the lineup anymore. However, as soon as a base runner does reach, suddenly those plans go out of whack. And so MIT just got to continue to move the lineup past the baton in order to crawl back into this game. The 1-1. Swung on, line into foul territory, and out of play.
Yeah, you know, while the score is 4-0 in favor of the Jumbos right now, I would say the Engineers are definitely not out of this one. You know, both teams this season have struggled with those stray innings, even later in the game. We saw that against Williams for the Jumbos, and definitely it's something the Jumbos are looking to avoid.
It was always the last inning, last couple for the Jumbos that ended up potentially being difficult. Not this time here, as lineback makes the play on the pop-up from Kumar. There's 2 down here in the 6th. Think back to that first game of the Williams doubleheader, as you mentioned earlier on in the broadcast, Nick. 5 runs scored, a bunch of them unearned, but still earned, but still runs nonetheless, as the Jumbos picked up their first loss of conference play. And of course, historically as well, closing has been something that Tufts continued to work on, and always a struggle, of course, for any team, but always a narrative that we're going to continue to follow, as we hope to be covering a lot more of Tufts softball after today, even though this is the last regular season game scheduled to be here on Spicer Field.
Yeah, as well, I will say for the Engineers against that second Wheaton team, score ended up being 10-3 in favor of Wheaton. And in that bottom of the 6th inning, Wheaton took 4 runs while the Engineers only took 2 in the top of that one. And that was a lot of the momentum, of course, in the second inning. Wheaton put up an uncontested 5 runs. So the Engineers, though, did, you know, try and get their way back into that game, scoring a run in the 5th, scoring 2 runs in the 6th. So definitely a position they found themselves in and tried to work themselves out of.
And even today, with the bases loaded twice, they've threatened but just haven't been able to score against Sky Johnson. 1-2, Relihan grounded to second. Jimenez fields, tosses it over to lineback, and that'll be the end of the 6th. Sky Johnson, 6 scoreless, allowing just 3 runs and 7 strikeouts A tremendous performance so far, looking to pick up her 5th shutout of this 2024 season if she's able to stay consistent.
Yeah, you know, Sky Johnson obviously playing super, super well right now. And the Engineers seeming to struggle, like he said, loading the bases on a couple of different occasions in today's game. But just being that last hit away from managing to really change this game and change the score of this game.
It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Jumbos in the bottom of the 6th. Slayton, Oliva, and Jimenez. We'll be right back here on JumboCast. Back here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Jumbos have Carrie Ann Slayton up to the plate. Caroline Langmeyer still up in the circle for the Engineers.
Yeah, Langmeyer staying in, you know.
High fly ball, deep center field, going back is Hines. She'll make the play just shy of the track. Slayton gave it a ride, but unable to record a hit. There's one away.
As I was saying, Langmeyer staying in. I'd imagine the Engineers starting to think about that doubleheader, thinking about not burning through their pitchers so that they have pitchers to handle this prolific Jumbos offense in that second game.
Swing and a miss from Heaven Oliva. The catcher for the Jumbos is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Tufts looking for their first hit since the 2nd inning. That RBI double from Josie Steinberg. Langmeyer has really locked in since then, only allowing 1 walk other than as the only base runner since then. Fly ball in foul territory. That should get to the netting and rule that ball out of play. 1-2 now the count.
You know, Oliva definitely has the bat speed to get it around and make contact with that ball. Obviously, she'll look to have the power to change the direction of that ball from back to forwards and see if she can place that ball in any of the spaces in the outfield.
In there for strike 3. Oliva down looking, and there's 2 down. That is strikeout number 2 for Langmeyer.
Brings up Bella Jimenez. Had a relatively successful game today, both offensively and defensively.
First pitch swinging over to third base. Johnston makes the play, and that'll do it. Another 1-2-3 inning as Caroline Langmeyer has not allowed a Jumbos hit since the 2nd. We'll head to the 7th inning. Jumbos looking to hold on to their 4-run lead. We'll be right back after this. Back here for our potential last inning between Tufts and MIT. Once again, this is the first half of a doubleheader, so make sure to stay tuned here on JumboCast for game number 2. We'll start 20 to 25 minutes after the conclusion of game number 1. MIT down 4, but they've threatened a couple of times, had the bases loaded in the 1st and the 4th against Sky Johnson, and have another opportunity to do so. It'll be the bottom third of their lineup, Atkinson, Scarpacci, and Hines, but Nick, this is the part of the lineup that has done some damage for them so far.
Yeah, certainly true. We've seen these players get on base or even just keep the lineup moving.
First pitch, high pop-up, going to be trouble into foul territory. Jimenez slides, but unable to make the play, so a long strike. That first pitch to Atkinson.
That slide looked a little painful. Slid a little bit. I think she might have tripped too.
Yeah. Was probably not in contention to get that ball. You see the wind still blowing left to right a bit, so Jimenez watches that ball sail into foul territory, and regardless, it's a 0-1 count. Johnson's been dealing so far today. Her off speed finds another strike, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, the Engineers really need to get on base here and really need to make an offensive happen, even if they want to just reduce this margin or stop a shutout from them.
Here's the 0-2. 1-2. Atkinson, of course, performed really well last season with almost an 880 OPS, and then you're followed by Scarpacci, who's currently leading the team in batting average and OPS, and then Hines, who had a double in the 4th inning to get that rally started for MIT. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, just got a piece. And Atkinson will stay alive. Correction, that rally that left the bases loaded in the 5th inning for MIT, not the 4th.
Yeah, you know, that bases loaded position, obviously one that the Engineers would like to find themselves in again. Starts here on the bottom of this lineup, and then, of course, we'll move to the top of it. But
here's the 1-2. Grounded to third. Moore fields it cleanly and makes the play for out number 1.
Moore, such an effective third basewoman, and been really effective in today's game too, both on the offensive side on the bat and obviously on the defensive side. Made a lot of really stellar plays.
So here's Scarpacci, the catcher, 0 for 2. Reached on an error her last time up. That was, I believe, the bunt attempt that Jimenez was unable to field cleanly.
Yeah, it was that bunt attempt. That was a Moore grab near the plate and then a throw to Jimenez. But throw to Jimenez was not caught.
Scarpacci went all the way to third, was ruled out as the fielder's choice from Moore. Ended up, of course, recording an out. The 0-1, just on that outside corner, or just off the outside corner.
Johnson obviously would love to keep a clean slate today, add to a shutout count for her. Something she's starting to rack up this season.
Scarpacci, 3 hits that series versus Wheaton. Looking to add one here right now. Outside, 2-1. Scarpacci getting on here would be big for the Engineers, Nick.
I really agree. They really need some momentum. See if they can get something going, and all starts with just one swing of the bat.
2-1. Swung on, lofted into left field. Harita running in. No one's going to get there as there was a miscommunication between Harita and Steinberg. So, a runner will reach base. Believe they'll give that a hit for Scarpacci. That's going to be her first of the day. And once again, the defense in left field from Harita resulting in a runner reaching for MIT.
Yeah, you know, bit of confusion. I'm not sure if both players yelled calling for the ball. Bit of confusion. Steinberg then decides, oh, I won't go for it. Leaves Harita a bit in a stranded position. Runner starts to go, doesn't though.
Hines takes strike 1. It's a bit of a no man's land right behind the position of the shortstop. And, of course, Harita, you see right now, playing very far back defensively. So it was a long run in for her and was unable to make that play. The 0-1 in there for a strike to Hines. She doubled in the 5th inning, and that was a big spot for the Engineers. Harita also was unable to track the ball in the 1st inning on that double from Bivin. And, of course, she's new to playing the outfield a lot. Was a DP for most of the early part of this season. Grounded foul, staying 0-2.
Hines taking her time. Would love to obviously move ahead on the count. Isn't right now. Down 0-2. But we'll look to see if she can get on base here. Move the Engineers along. Get back to the top of that lineup.
Still 0-2. Johnson sets and fires inside. 1-2. Kara Hines, 8 doubles now on the season, including the one that she had back in the top of the 5th inning against Sky Johnson.
Scarpacci moving on base, might try and steal. We'll see.
The 1-2. Off speed, didn't get her to bite. The count will go even. Top of the lineup, due up for the Engineers. You see Cable waiting on deck.
Now, I will say, Andrew, I feel like it's getting chillier here on Spicer Field.
The wind's blowing a little bit as things starting to heat up here in this game. Count will go full. I think we're definitely in that low 50s range right now. It was so nice yesterday.
It's nice to start today, too, I think. You know, somewhere in that middle day region. Oliva tried to throw that one to first. Catch Scarpacci out. Doesn't, though. Back to the pitch.
Line foul. See Lineback making every effort that she can to try to get to that ball, but not going to be able to as it curved towards the MIT dugout. And the count will be full again.
You know, Lineback already got her jersey dirty with that almost dive play. Looks to maybe see if she can get it dirtier.
Scarpacci at first. Kara Hines in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes from Sky Johnson. The pitch swung on and lined into left field. Harita will make the play. And settling back to first is Scarpacci. A barrel was put on the ball from Kara Hines once again, but this time Harita there to make the play. There's 2 down.
Yeah, you know, it was a good hit from Kara Hines, honestly. Goes just to the left from her perspective of Harita, but she's able to just shift to it, put herself under the ball, and catch it. Gives Johnson now 2 outs to work with.
First pitch, grounded to third. Moore will field, fire over to first, and that'll do it. Another shutout for Sky Johnson, navigating with many Engineer base runners on base. Had the bases loaded twice. Not a problem here for Sky Johnson. 7 strikeouts across just 4 hits being allowed. And the Tufts Jumbos take the first half of this doubleheader against MIT. Final score, 4-0.
Yeah, you know, it was a stellar game for the Jumbos, and honestly a really shout-out game for Sky Johnson. While she put the Jumbos in a bit of a scary situation on a couple of different occasions, doesn't panic and is able to work out of a bases-loaded situation with a couple of different batters who had the chance to move the Engineers around the bases and across the plate. That doesn't happen, and of course the Engineers now decide, all right, what do we do? What do we change as we head into this second doubleheader? Remember, stay tuned. The next game will be live in about 25 minutes. The stream will stay live, but that game will start happening, I'd imagine, about 25 minutes from now.
Sky Johnson, her 10th win of the season. Her record now goes to 10-1. Her 10th complete game, her 5th shutout. Recording RBI hits for the Jumbos, of course, all in the first 2 innings. It was Edelman with an RBI single, Moore with an RBI single, and Steinberg plating 2 off of a double. For Nick Dorr, Riley Daniels, Zachary Miller, and the rest of our crew here at JumboCast, I've been Andrew Howe. Thank you for watching. We're once again going to stay right here on this stream, and we'll be right back with some new broadcasters for the second half of Tufts versus MIT.
so hypnotic, magical. Don't wanna let you know you're so hypnotic, magical.
Some games are just so nice, you got to do them twice. Welcome to game number 2 of this doubleheader between the visiting MIT Engineers and your 16th ranked Tufts Jumbos. Sophia Coco takes the mound for this one, and another ace, another big game, another test for the Jumbos. We are right back to softball live on JumboCast right here at Spicer Field. I'm Riley. Alongside me for this one is Gabe Gonzalez. Gabe, what are your thoughts on DeCoco getting the ball here for game number 2?
Yeah, she's been a fantastic picture for the Jumbos all season long. .58 ERA, 8-4 record on the year. Just been a fantastic and a part of the Jumbos pitching staff all year long.
Starts it off with a strike on the outside corner. Up to bat first for the Engineers is Michaela Cable. Shows bunt, can't get it down 0-2 quickly.
Yeah, Michaela Cable's been a key part of this Engineers starting lineup. .379 batting average, 5 doubles on the year, has a lot of power and a great batting average to boot.
DeCoco looks, gets the sign, the 0-2. A little bit outside.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how this Engineers offense could potentially do better against DeCoco in comparison to Johnson, because they really had trouble getting anything going in the previous game.
Yeah, only 2 hits in game number 1 for the Engineers. DeCoco's 1-2 away. And a good AB here for the Engineers left fielder.
Yeah, it'll be so key for DeCoco to get into a rhythm early on to try to make sure that this Engineers offense can be put to bed early.
DeCoco, fan of inducing weak contact like she gets there. Right to Bella Jimenez, 1 down.
Yeah, the classic play by Jimenez there. She's been so strong both at the plate and defensively at second base all year long. Been a really good key cog in the infield this year for the Jumbos.
That'll bring up the lefty, Nicole Johnson, playing at third base today.
Yeah, Nicole Johnston, .348 batting average on the year. Another strong member of the starting lineup for the Engineers.
Johnson, traditionally an outfielder, but is playing third base, as you mentioned. So a little bit of position change from the Engineers, looking to spark something a little bit different today.
Yeah, showed bunt there a little bit. Wasn't quite sure about that decision-making, but...
Jumbos, as a result, going to play in all 4 infielders even or ahead of the bag. The 0-1 swung on and missed, and DeCoco will look for K number 1 here.
Yeah, it's some really good control by DeCoco, getting the pitch exactly where she wanted to force the swing and the miss.
Stares in, now sets the 0-2. Chopped foul. And good job there by Johnson staying alive. Wind blowing in here from center field.
Yeah, John's pattern certainly held there, really.
Indeed it did, and if she waits maybe a 1/10 of a second more, that one's heading towards the 195 mark.
Yeah, she's had such a strong season on the year. .411 batting average, 11 doubles, 26 RBIs.
That's impressive, but the better part of her game is her defense. As she chops that one foul, down 0-2. Steinberg, the reigning DPOY in the NESCAC.
No, you're right. She's been such a key shortstop all season long for the Jumbos defensively.
O'Connor looks in. The 0-2. Chopped up the middle, across and firing, and just holding onto the bag there was Mackenzie Rillahan.
So far, Riley through 5 batters in this game. I think both pitchers have done a very good job at getting quick and easy outs and doing their job to make quick work of the top half of the order.
Yeah, that was good feeling there by Ariana Kumar, and a really nice job there by Rillahan to hold the bag, even though the throw drew her off of it. This will bring up the sophomore Harita, who takes strike 1.
Yeah, it's impossible to mention Harita without talking about her power. 5 home runs on the year for the Jumbos, leads the team, and on Sunday she hit 3 home runs total, so just had a fantastic day at the plate offensively.
That one upstairs. Yeah, I mean, Harita at the start of the season was not in the starting lineup. Now, in the 3-hole. That is how good of a season she has had.
She's become absolutely indispensable for this Jumbos offense in terms of scoring runs.
The 1-1. Just misses the outside corner. Ooh, a very late strike call by the home plate umpire. 1-2. O'Connor looking to get out of it. Chopped up the middle. Second basewoman on it. Fires to first. 6 up, 6 down. We go to the second. All even at zeros. Welcome back here to Spicer. Engineers looking to get some runners on base, and to do that, they'll start off with Ariana Kumar, the first-year shortstop who has started every single game so far for the Engineers.
Yeah, Kumar is at a very strong season, 323 batting average, 13 RBIs. Been a very key part of the lineup and a consistent presence as well.
DeCoco right back to work here to start the second. Just misses the bottom of the zone. Ball 1.
Yeah, no home runs, but 3 triples and 3 doubles, so definitely very effective at getting on base.
That implies she has some wheels. DeCoco's 1-0. Same spot, same result, and she's down 2-0. The 2-0. Chopped. Moore cuts it off, fires on to first, and nice stretch by lineback.
Yeah, already seeing, even though it's early so far in this game between Moore, Jimenez, and Steinberg, how strong defensively this Jumbo's infield is and how quick and efficient they are at getting easy outs like that.
Yeah, 4 batters have come to the plate for the Engineers. Every single infielder has made a play for the Jumbos. So bring up Kara Hines, the sophomore outfielder from Cynthiana, Kentucky, who swings and chops back strike number 1.
Yeah, Hines, 286 batting average, another very key presence in this Engineers lineup.
Hines step back in. DeCoco looks over to the dugout, maybe getting signs from the dugout today. The 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back.
7 doubles. She actually leads her team in doubles on the season, so been very key at getting into scoring position.
And has Scarpacci on deck if she could get herself into scoring position. DeCoco looks, the 1-1, swung foul, and it's 1-2. Still a sizable crowd here at Spicer, even though it has cooled off a bit since the start of the first game.
Yeah, the wind has definitely picked up.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. DeCoco with her first K of the day.
Yeah, 5 batters up, 5 batters down for DeCoco. Just very efficient so far, trying to make it a quick and easy top of the second here.
2 down for who could arguably be called the Engineers' best hitter in Olivia Scarpacci. Leads the team in OPS so far this year.
Yeah, 3.67 batting average. Has been fantastic all year long.
DPing here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. And takes that one just outside for ball 1. DeCoco rubs some dirt on the hand, looks in for the sign. The 1-0. Chopped. Moore will field. Fire onto first. 6 up, 6 down for Sophia. Welcome back here. Becca O'Connor back out for inning number 2 and looking to solve the dilemma she poses is Caitlin Perucci, the All-American. Gabe, how big of an impact has Perucci had so far this year?
Yeah, leading the Jumbos in batting average with 448, 12 doubles on the year. Just been a fantastic presence for the Jumbos all season long.
Takes ball 1 upstairs there.
Yeah, leads the team in both hits and RBIs with 41 and 28.
So, can hit for average, can hit for power. Can she get a hold of one here? The 1-0. Chops foul. She just got a little over that ball.
Yeah, she did, and O'Connor's been having a really strong start so far, so it'll be interesting to see how she does against Perucci.
O'Connor with an interesting release point. It's almost as if it's already going up when it leaves her hand. That one off speed, could not find the plate. Hit well down the third base line. Perucci going to take a turn, will slam on the brakes, but has herself a single to lead off the second.
Yeah, O'Connor had a really strong first inning, but allowed the first hit of the game against Perucci, so definitely she'll do her best to try to control the damage here in this inning.
And well done there in left field by Michaela Cable to get over quickly, limit that to a single.
Absolutely, but Perucci's a very fast runner on the bases, 8 for 8 in stolen base attempts on the year.
Be shocked if she doesn't go here. Swung into the gap by Edelman. That is going to be caught. What a catch in center field by Kara Hines.
Just a fantastic job by Hines reading that ball initially and making a good jump to make sure she was in the position to make it. Just fantastic, probably run-saving play.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Gabe. Run-saving from Kara Hines. Had no right to that softball, but she got there anyway.
Fantastic eye and instinct and great jump on the ball.
Bring up Carrion Slayton. DP'd the first game, now behind the plate for game number 2.
Yeah, 286 batting average on the year for her. Another very consistent member of this starting lineup.
Slayton looks in. O'Connor sets, deals, off speed. Missed, apparently up. Looked pretty good from here.
Yeah, I think a little unfortunate in that pitch there.
Perucci looks set to go. Swung, that's going to get through, and a single for Slayton.
Yeah, definitely not the start that O'Connor wanted here. She'll do her best to try to get the next 2 outs, but yeah, definitely some work to do in the inning here for her.
This will bring up the freshman, Emma Wingate. Only hitting 100 coming into the day. And 8 appearances, 10 ABs on the season.
Yeah, she doesn't have too many appearances on the year, but this is definitely a good opportunity for her to make her impact felt in the game early on.
Wingate playing left field in this one. Hits that one softly, caught comfortably by Hines for out number 2.
Yeah, so we've seen a hit, an out, a hit, and an out, so definitely be interested to see exactly what happens here. And
does the pattern continue?
Yep.
If it were to continue, it would be a big time for Bella Jimenez to break out of this early season slump she's had.
Yeah, definitely will. I mean, she's been so strong at second base all year long, but has had a little bit of trouble at the plate.
Big contrast to last year where she was a second-team All-American, hitting .423.
Yeah, I would expect that to change as the season progresses towards the tournament in the latter half of the year.
The 1-0. Way outside. Nice job there by the catcher to keep that in front of her.
Yeah, definitely don't want 2 base runners in scoring position.
Nice job there by Riley Spiegel. The 2-0 to the second basewoman. Takes what looked to have been strike 1, but was called ball 3.
Yeah, but even so, very dangerously close to making it bases loaded here.
Yeah, wonder if Jimenez has the green light or not. Not going to matter. That one wasn't close, and the bases are loaded.
And the pattern didn't exactly break. We got something else to come into here with the walk.
Big situation here in the second inning. The sophomore Haley Lineback to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 outs.
Yeah, she's played every single game of the season so far, but has a little bit of a difficulty at the plate, 194 batting average.
Has had a home run so far this year, a big one, in fact, to walk off the second half of the doubleheader against Williams. O'Connor shakes off the catcher. Now comes home. Off-speed, fooled Lineback.
Yeah, this will be a great opportunity here for the Jumbos to get in front early, give DeCoco some run support going into the later innings.
Same spot, just a bit higher. That'll be 2-1.
Yeah, still trying to figure out what exactly the strike zone is early on in the game.
Lying back, crouches in. O'Connor sets, looks, deals. Chopped too short. Could be a play. And we're going to see what they call. Looked like the runner got in the way.
It definitely did look like she got in the way there.
They're going to call it an E6 on the shortstop, Ariana Kumar. And out to talk about it is Mason Trotman. I think she's asking Kumar, did the runner make contact with you?
It looked to me from here like she did, but
She definitely impeded her ability to get to the ball, but it would not be interference unless she made contact.
and that is exactly what they are discussing right now.
And in the end, it's going to be an E6 and a run coming home on the air for the Jumbos.
Yeah, she was unfortunately too late on the throw to first base. It looked like she fumbled the ball a little bit.
So an RBI for Haley Lineback, and the Jumbos take a 1-0 lead.
Now batting for the Jumbos, number 20, Rachel Moore.
Rachel Moore now back up for her second look. Bases loaded for the third basewoman.
Yeah, more
Takes that one at the knees.
more
for
off-
strike one.
0 for 1 on the day is be a good opportunity for her to get her first hit of the day, add some more runs to this Jumbo lead.
That one sent backwards by Rachel Moore. The 0-2 here, 2 more. Outside.
Yeah, that ball is way outside, trying to get out of this inning here is O'Connor.
Yeah, the problem is you're not going to get Rachel Moore to chase a pitch that far out of the zone. One-two on its way. Swung up the middle. That's going to score at least one. Jimenez will be held. Runners going. Ball now on the ground. And MIT going to collapse on it. And in all honesty, quite lucky to escape with only one having scored on that play.
Yeah, it's rare to be in a 2-0 deficit and be happy about that, but that is exactly how the Engineers should feel there, as they were very fortunate that more than one runner did not score. And a great first hit of the day for Moore as she puts her team up now by 2 runs.
That'll bring up Josie Steinberg. First pitch swinging, hits it well over the head of the right fielder, tracking back and getting it. Nicely done by Kennedy Atkinson. The Engineers bend but do not break. We go to the third, 2-0 Jumbos. Welcome back here to Sean Spicer Field. It is inning number 3, and Sophia DeCoco looking to continue her hot start to this one, having retired the first 6 batters in order so far.
Yeah, she will. She'll feel a lot more confident having 2 rounds of run support entering this inning here, with her offense having done a good job doing its job in the previous inning.
It'll be Mackenzie Relihan, followed by Rachel Spiegel and Kenzie Atkinson. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play.
Yeah, Relican, 245 batting average on the year, 13 RBIs. Been a very consistent member of the lineup for the Engineers.
DeCoco looks at the call sheet, sets, fires, off speed, fouled away, and once again, that's now the 7th consecutive batter that Sophia DeCoco's gotten ahead of in the count.
It's so key in games like this to establish consistency and dominance.
DeCoco fires outside. Very deliberate in her walk back to the rubber. Now sets, fires, chopped, just foul. Rachel Moore staying quite busy there at third base.
Yeah, the entire Jumbles infield has definitely been very busy this game.
One, two, chopped back into the netting.
Doing a good job staying in discipline and control here, trying to keep it a good at bat.
I mean, you have to have a good amount of discipline if you want to be an engineer at MIT.
It's very true.
Coco's definitely getting the pitch signs from the dugout. The 1-2. Way upstairs. And a little bit of a grin on Sophia DeCoco's face as if to say, I'm very thankful that did not hit her.
Yeah, very high. So definitely an uncharacteristic lack of control there on the pitch.
2-2. Chopped. Moore again. Bobbles. Sets. Fires in time.
Really good job by Moore, keeping her composure there, not letting the fumbled ball bother her, and good job getting it in time to first base for the out.
Yeah, I mean, that's just veteran experience. Rachel Moore, the 5th-year senior, able to set, fire, no panic whatsoever, didn't change her motion in the slightest, just looked, found Haley Lineback stretching out at first base, and put a bullet right in her glove.
Very strong, accurate throw.
How to bring up Riley Spiegel here, who chops that one up the middle to break up the perfect game.
Should be interested to see here if the Engineers can get some runners on base and get some runs that the Jumbles were able to in the previous inning after getting their first hit of the game.
And you got to feel the way Sophia DeCoco has started this game that the Engineers aren't going to have too many opportunities today, so they got to take advantage of the ones they do get.
No, they most definitely will.
Runner looks to go. Bunt is on. DeCoco turns, fires. Great jump by Jimenez.
Definitely a very inaccurate throw, but great job making sure that the runner was able to be out at first, and good job making sure it's 2 outs down the inning.
As we see that on the replay, what athleticism from Bella Jimenez, the shortest player on the field, to go up like a basketball player, bring that ball down.
Yeah, that can happen sometimes in a game. That's why you need good teamwork to make sure that you're able to still get the out at the plate.
I mean, it's the old adage that the worst players at throwing the ball to first base are your pitchers because they're so used to throwing it in a specific way.
It's very true.
As back up to the top of the order, and Michaela Cable with a runner in scoring position here for the Engineers.
Yeah, 0 for 1 on the day. Be a great opportunity here for her to get her first hit.
Chopped. Steinberg takes the tough bounce, fires, and once again, the Jumbos step up defensively. We take the turn of the bottom of the third, 2-0, Bows. Right back to work goes the Jumbos offense. Lauren Harita going to dig in, followed by Perucci and Edelman to begin the bottom of the third.
Yeah, Harita 0 for 1 on the day. It would be great to see her have some power here.
Right back out there is O'Connor, having thrown 32 pitches in the first 2 innings. First pitch chopped over the head of O'Connor, and a seeing eye single for Lauren Harita.
Yeah, great job by Harita getting her first hit of the game on the day there.
And you want to talk about luck? We take a look at this replay here. That just bounces directly onto the backside of the pitching circle, landing on a second bounce in center field.
Absolutely perfect location to get right through the infield there.
Here's Perucci now, who swings at the first pitch, hits it well to left center. That's going to get down. That is going back onto the track. Harita flying around second, going to get held at third, and a double for Caitlin Perucci.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the game how key Perucci has been for this Jumbos lineup all season long. She just proved it right there with now getting 2 runners in scoring position, trying to extend this 2-0 lead here in this inning.
Center fielder number 2, Michelle Edelman.
This will bring up Michelle Edelman with 2 in scoring position for the senior.
0 for 1 on the day.
Infield in here for the Engineers. Edelman swings, fouls that one out of play.
And O'Connor started the game pretty strong, but it's definitely been getting away from her a little bit here in the last couple at bats.
Yeah, this is a big gut check moment for the Engineers. The 0-1. Chopped straight up. Could be a tough play, but under that comfortably in the end was Kumar for out number 1.
And that was a really important out for the Engineers. They're just getting a quick and easy fly out, making it 1 out in the inning. Can be really big for confidence boosting.
The catcher number 22, Carrie-Ann Slayton.
It is, and you wonder now, would the Engineers be willing to sacrifice a run for an out? Doesn't look like, as the infield's staying in. First pitch taken, throw down to third. Back really easily was Harita.
Yeah, doing her best to keep Harita honest there, trying to make sure that she doesn't get too far away from the third base bag.
The 0-1 hammered down the left field line. That is far, that is back, and that one is yard. A golf home run for Carrie-Ann Slayton makes it 5-0 Jumbos.
Yeah, and Slayton has just totally opened this game wide open. Great, fantastic 3-run home run to get the Jumbos lead up to 5-0 here.
Her second of the season, her first hit of the day, and what was a 0-0 game 4 outs ago is now a 5-0 game.
Yeah, and O'Connor actually started this game really strong. She did a good job early on in terms of getting quick and easy outs, but just has not been able to do that the last several batters up to the plate.
I mean, I keep going back to it, but that ground ball to Ariana Kumar was an inflection point. If it goes a little bit differently, the Engineers get out of that inning. Instead, they're down 5-0. Here is Emma Wingate, who takes ball number 1 outside.
Yeah, Wingate 0 for 1 on the game, trying to extend on this Jumbo's lead here.
That one hit. Nicely played by Kumar. Gets it in 1 step, 2 down.
Yeah, great instinct by Kumar, getting to the right location to make that play to make it 2 outs now in the inning.
So bring up Jimenez, who reached on a walk first time up in the second. Was stranded on third base by Josie Steinberg. Now steps in here. First pitch to the second basewoman is upstairs.
Yeah, even though it's a 5-0 lead, it would be really huge for O'Connor to be able to get out of this inning without allowing any more runs. 5-0 lead, you can come back from. Any more from this might become really difficult.
Well, I think any more from this, and the Jumbos could sense blood in the water and look to mercy this game. The 2-0 here to Jimenez. Shows bunt, pulls it back.
Yeah, I wonder why she's showing bunt here in this position right now. 2 outs in the inning. No one on base at all.
Probably because they wouldn't be expecting it, if I had to guess. 3-0 here. Was in this spot first time up. Did not get the green light. We'll see if she has it now. Does not. Takes ball 4.
Yeah, and O'Connor just needs to find a way to get out of this inning.
Yeah, because Haley Lineback comes to the plate. On deck is Rachel Moore, and Rachel Moore represents run number 8. And for those of you who aren't big-time softball fans, run number 8 would be game if the Jumbos were to keep the Engineers off the board for 2 more innings. Lineback takes ball 1.
Yeah, it would definitely be big for O'Connor to prevent seeing the top half of the Jumbo's order here.
This is, I mean, you don't want to say something in the 3rd inning is a must-get out, but this is as close to a must-get out as you'll see. Flared in a shallow right, on it comfortably as Hines, and the Engineers escape, but not before the Jumbos hammer 3 more onto the board. We take the turn of the 4th. All bows, 5-0 here from Spicer. Right back to work go the Bows here for the top of the 4th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Engineers lineup. I'm joined by new friends with me on the mic. Zachary Miller, how you doing, Zach?
Pretty good. I was just out in the cold in the cameras, but now I'm back in here to go ahead and join you on the mic here.
Yeah, it's been a offensive display so far. 6 hits for the Jumbos in 3 innings. Bunt shown and missed there by Johnston. All right, Zach, if you were MIT, what do you do to try and just get anything against Sophia DeCoco right now?
Yeah, you just got to get runners on base here. Try to work those at-bats into walks and try to just get on base any way you can.
Chopped, DeCoco fields it herself, fires to first, 1 down.
Not a bad play there with the short ground ball there, trying to just throw that infield that was more towards the grass out there, and trying to make those plays. That was the right idea, just didn't happen to work out there.
Yeah, so we take a look at that replay. Great fielding there from DeCoco. Spins around, fires in time. That'll bring up Bivin here. 0 for 1 on the day. Chopped right back to DeCoco. Will she do it again? Yes, she will.
DeCoco now participating in 2 outs with fielding so far in this inning here, as she will try to now make this a 1-2-3 inning.
She will. Has had 2 so far today. Only allowed 2 runners to reach base. Or excuse me, 1 runner to reach base. That was a single by Rachel Spiegel with 1 out in the 3rd. Kumar swings and fouls that one off.
The last game, Kumar was 0 for 2 with a walk. She'll try to get on base again here.
That one outside for ball 1. Jumbos gonna close out their regular season home games here today. But in all likelihood, assuming they are able to take care of business in their remaining NESCAC games, they will be right back here for the NESCAC tournament.
Yeah, I like their chances in that here at home, and they've been really stellar this year on the field. I think that it should be an exciting series to watch here at Spicer when they come back here, whether it's on JumboCast or not, but should be exciting to see them.
2-2 with 2 outs. DeCoco just misses upstairs.
Kumar is one of those freshmen on this team. She became the starting shortstop in her first year here. She's been playing it well and got into the order here.
Payoff pitch. Just a bit low.
She'll get on base for the second time today as a much-needed source of life for MIT.
The center fielder, number 4, Kara Hines.
So bring up Hines. Center fielder 0 for 1 on the day. Has had a couple great defensive plays, including what some have described as the catch of the year here at Spicer.
Yeah, that I saw that catch myself on the camera. That was just incredible play out in center.
I had to do a double take. I didn't even believe she could have caught that thing.
Yeah, I visibly reacted. I don't know if the mics caught it when I was out there because I was pretty close to the window, but it was really impressive. Laid out for that one.
Ahead 2-0 here. Takes that one upstairs. 3-0. Hitters count. That one catches the top of the zone at 4 strike 1. Hines takes it on the outside corner, not happy.
Hines rakes in this middle of this lineup.
Runner will be moving. Payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again.
Yeah, as I was saying, Hines rakes in this middle of the lineup. A lot of her hits this year are RBIs and getting those extra base hits. Has really solidified herself as a 5-6 hitter here for the Engineers.
Payoff pitch number 2. Flared in a shallow right field. Steinberg out, not going to be able to get to it. That'll drop in, and 2 on with 2 out here for the Engineers.
Yeah, this is a good position to be in here for MIT with the exception of the out count. If there was 0, I would be very happy with 2 runners on and a batter on. But you just got to, if you're Scarpacci here, you just got to hope you don't strike out.
Just keep the train moving. Scarpacci, who leads the team in OPS here, steps right up. Big chance here for the DP. Take strike 1 at the knees.
Good batter on to have.
The 0-1. Flared. Steinberg gets to it. She didn't care there was a runner there. She was taking it herself.
Yeah, very, very easy line out just to take there. Didn't come off the bat well. She was able to just take it, shut it all down, leave 2 on for the Engineers.
We'll take a short break. Be right back. Stay tuned. New pitcher here for the Engineers. It'll be Nicole During back out, trying to keep her team in this game. Jumbo's looking for 3 runs to put themselves in a potential clinch it situation in the top of the 5th. And they got the top of the order to try and get them half the way there. It'll be Moore, Steinberg, and Harita right back to bat here for the Bows.
Yeah, During, hailing from Minnesota, last appearance was versus Whedon, pitched 4 innings, walked 6, and had 4 earned runs. Best performance for the Engineers was on April 10th versus Simmons, where she pitched 4 innings with 5 Ks, scoreless during that time.
So she can produce, she can also struggle. She's going to have to do the former, because if she does the latter, this will be game over real quick.
Yeah.
First pitch, a strike at the chest.
If you're MIT here, you just want to focus on getting out of this. You don't want to have 3 more runs score and then you get mercy rule playing in here.
0-1 bounced. Strike called on a pitch that Moore was trying to get out of the way of. She finds herself down 1-2. During with that long windup. Ross fires. Hit well, flared into shallow center, and coming on comfortably will be Hines. Looked to me as if that ball had some sort of backspin on it.
Yeah, it looked like she got under that and popped up and just was kind of dying out right in center. Was easy for Hines to get to. She's been stellar today on center.
And you get a feeling Rachel Moore might want that one back.
Yeah, I think that maybe getting a little more higher on the bat would have been a little more productive there to get on base.
So bring up Josie Steinberg, who finally takes a first pitch. First time all day she's done that. And it's called the ball. One-0 is inside. Two-0. Also low, and now Steinberg getting told she does not have the green light, it looks like, from Laura Epstein. The 3-0 misses low, and not one of those pitches looked like it was going to contest.
Yeah, that's what you get with an at-bat. That's what you get with a batter up there with a strikeout rate of 5%. She's able to work those at-bats, get on base. And
that's obscene considering she swings the first pitch of every at-bat.
Yeah, it's insane. She only has 4 Ks this year.
Harita right back to work. 1 for 2 on the day. Had a seeing eye single last time up.
Yeah, I was a little shocked reading that stat, too. I was like, she only has 4 Ks this year. She swings at every pitch. But
didn't swing at a single one in that at-bat. Harita swings and misses and finds herself down 0-2.
Yeah, she showed great composure there. Gets on base now. Good base runner here. Good position here for Harita.
Steinberg looks set to go on the slightest bit of contact. The 0-2 outside. And checking with a glance on the runner was Riley Spiegel. The 1-2. Way upstairs. And you could tell Josie Steinberg thought that one was headed to the backstop. She was a good 4 or 5 steps off first base.
Yeah, that one was pretty high, but the catcher behind the plate got up there and stopped it.
2-2. Swung on and missed. And a K for During. A rare sight. Lauren Harita chasing a pitch out of the zone before strike 3.
Direct fielder number 17, Caitlin Perucci.
So bring up Perucci, who is 2 for 2 in this one. Had a hit in the first game as well.
For today, Perucci was hitting over 500, which is insane. But
yeah, I think that's going to go up.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a lot of power, but it's definitely there. She leads the team in hits and is tied in doubles, leads in walks. She gets on base.
That one's hit well to right center, carrying a little bit. Hines back will settle under, and another loud out. MIT with a scoreless fourth. We head to the fifth. 5-0 Bows. Welcome back here, top of the fifth. Engineers looking for something to give them a little bit of a spark. Maybe it will be Mackenzie Relihan, the first basewoman, up for her second AB of the day.
Yeah, Relihan gets on base a good amount. The walks this year are up. The power is up for her, too. She already has a number of doubles and 3 more walks to her name.
First pitch swinging. That's straight into right field, and camping under it is Perucci.
Yeah, swung at the first pitch. Pop flies up for the F9. Nothing really you can really do there if you're Perucci.
The catcher, number 18. Riley Spiegel.
So bring up Riley Spiegel for her second AB. First time up, singled right up the middle. Takes the ball at the ankles. Takoko looks. Sets, fires the 1-0. Just away. The 1-1 here. Foul back.
Spiegel's the number 2 catcher for MIT. She played in the games. She had a hit and a run and scored in that one, but no other action today other than the at-bat she had earlier.
The 1-2 here. Lined right at Steinberg, and they're going to say she caught it.
Great defensive play there by Steinberg, getting the glove low to get that line drive and forcing the second out.
Yeah, that was a really close play as we take a look at it, and it does look like Josie Steinberg got it about half an inch before it hit the dirt.
Yeah, that's a great defensive play there, as I was saying. Can't play that any better than she did.
Kennedy Atkinson now. Grounded right to Jimenez. She'll flip on to first. 1, 2, 3, go the Engineers. Jumbo's coming up to bat in the fifth, looking for 3 runs to put this one on ice. Right back to work goes the Bows offense. It'll be Edelman, Slayton, and Wingate looking for 3 runs to close out the home regular season in style.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Jumbos is the center fielder.
Edelman 0 for 2 so far in this one.
If you want to get on base, Edelman's the right person to do it. She's been a stud this year from the box.
Well, 3-time All-NESCAC player, so not just this year, her entire career here.
Exactly.
Steps in now. Line up the middle, that'll start the inning off right. Edelman gets herself on base. And here comes maybe the hottest hitter in all of Massachusetts in Carrie Ann Slayton. 2 for 2 in this one with a,
Catcher number 22, Carrie Ann.
I would describe as a T-drive of a home run in her last AB.
Yeah, maybe she'll do it again here. She's slugging it today.
First pitch just in there for strike 1.
That looked low, and she planned on taking that anyway, but
The 0-1 from During upstairs. Edelman with an aggressive lead.
the catcher immediately popped up and looked like she was going to throw to first there, but she went back and tagged up pretty quickly.
That one hit well. Did she do it again? Yes, she did.
That is unbelievable. Second home run of the day for Slayton. And that's 2 more on the board for the Bows. 7-2. 7-0 now.
That was, once again, low and inside. Not a pitcher supposed to be able to hit for a home run. Carrie Ann Slayton does not care.
Absolutely unbelievable offensive performance today from Carrie Ann Slayton.
And that'll bring up Emma Wingate, who represents the winning run now.
Left fielder number 14, Emma Wingate.
Does not have a home run in her collegiate career. What a time to do it, it would be. First pitch chopped, gonna stay foul.
Before today, Wingate was hitless this year. It'll be good to see her get on the board here.
Oh, 1 is chased, and we can actually take a look here back at that monster of a shot from Carrie Ann Slayton. Mercy, that swing is absolutely perfect.
Crushed that center barrel.
In the meantime, Wingate sends that one into the netting for strike 2.
Correction on that stat that I read earlier. Wingate's actually batting 100. Apologies, she has hit this year. I misread my prep that I had.
She does not, however, have an extra base hit. Now would be a really good time for her first career one. Takes that one inside for ball 1. The 1-2 to Wingate. Upstairs. Good patience here from the freshman. Tutu. Just upstairs. What a take.
It's a great at-bat for her. Taking what she needs to, getting contact when she needs to. Another payoff pitch.
During fires. Wingate fouls it off.
Good effort there to get contact and stay alive in this at-bat here for Wingate.
During has not changed whatsoever despite getting shelled here. Looks, sets, fires. Chopped foul, and we'll do payoff pitch number 3 momentarily. Emma Wingate with a textbook QAB here. Went down 0-2 and has seen 3 balls, fouled off 2 strikes. The payoff. Flared into shallow, and that'll be caught comfortably there by Kumar, 1 down.
Yeah, similar thing to some of the other at-bats earlier. She got under that, lots of backspin, easy for the shortstop to get to for out number 1.
And Bella Jimenez back up. Third AB of the day, has yet to record an at-bat, having walked on 4 pitches both times up. Finally sees a strike and takes it on the outside corner.
This would be someone that I would want to get on base here if I were the Jumbo. She hasn't been caught stealing this entire year.
0-1 upstairs. The 1-1 to Bella Jimenez. What a play! Mercy, what defense from Megan Relihan.
Yeah, Relihan just laid out for that one. We might have a replay of that here. Yes, what a play there by Relihan. Laying out on the ground for that one and retiring Jimenez quickly.
Jumbo's going to send a pinch hitter to the plate. It'll be Lindsay Newman. Lindsay Newman has had herself a couple of clutch moments in her career. Can she cap this one off?
Putting her out here with 2 outs is kind of sending a message to me.
Yeah, I think she probably has been told to swing for the fences here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Jumbos is number 6, Lindsay Newman.
Has not homered on the year. That one will not help that cause right at the first basewoman, and we will go to the 6th. Jumbo's 1 run away.
Feed families.
Welcome back here to Spicer Engineers on their last legs, looking for someone to spark something that might give them at least another inning to try and get the 7 runs they need back. It'll be the top of their order, starting off with Michaela Cable. And they have really just been flabbergasted by Sophia DeCoco today. Only 3 engineers have reached base.
Leading off the MIT 6th is the left fielder, number
2 hits.
Cable.
Important defensive note, Haley Lineback is now back out there at first base.
Bunt shown, not successful from Cable. Takoko, who has done nothing short of deal today, with the 0-1. Bounced in there.
Tufts softball pitchers are known this year for dealing. Sky Johnson, Sophia DeCoco, just incredible this year. And
Team ERA is a .94 coming into the day. And they have yet to give up a run today. DeCoco will do it herself.
great defensive play by her once again. She's been doing it all today.
And here we'll take a look at the replay of that one. And you can just see the reaction time from Sophia DeCoco skying for that ball. She doesn't need defense behind her. She can do everything. Pinch hitter here for the Engineers. It'll be
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for MIT is
number 9,
Hezegawa.
Ella Hezegawa, replacing Nicole Johnston.
Hezegawa is a freshman from Highland, Maryland. Don't have a lot of info on her other than that she's had 6 plate appearances with a 333 OPS.
So she's gotten on base at least once, we know that, but has not had a lot of experience. And talk about being thrown into the fire. When your team needs something to keep them in this game, you only have to face one of the best pitchers in the country in Sophia DeCoco.
Yeah, looking a little bit over here. She hasn't recorded a hit. 2 walks, 2 Ks, 2 runs scored.
And takes an HBP there.
So that'll be her 3rd time getting on base.
That was an interesting one, which I think Lauren Epstein is talking about. I think she's going to argue that the batter did not make an attempt to get out of the way of that pitch. And the umpires are going to discuss it here. It was definitely off the plate, but the batter has to make a genuine attempt to get out of the way of the pitch. And they're going to say it is an HBP. She will stay on first base.
Yeah, 3rd time getting on base this year. Still has not recorded a hit in 7 plate appearances.
That'll bring up the 3-hitter here in Mackenzie Biven, who has struggled today, putting up an 0 in 2 games. 1 on, 1 out. Ball 1 rolled in there.
Seeing an offer in those 2 games is a little bit rare for a player like Biven. She's been incredible in her time at MIT.
I think that shows you how good this Jumbo's pitching staff is. Hit and run was on, but that ball fouled.
So just for context, last year she broke the single season RBI record. 55 RBIs.
That's impressive. I think that tells you a lot. You got a player like that who's just been absolutely shut down today. Runner was going. Unfortunately, Biven didn't seem to care, fouling that one off again.
That might be one of the reasons why she was pinch hitting. Is she seems pretty fast, and she has a stolen base this year, so already statistically on the record.
Chops foul. Hezegawa wasn't going that time. See if DeCoco goes upstairs here. Has thrown off speed 2 in a row, which Biven seemingly timed out pretty well. 1-2. Fastball outside, fouled off again.
Staying alive in this at-bat here for her. 5 games before this, she was 8 for 17 with 2 doubles and a homer, so she can definitely hit it.
The 1-2. Chops foul. A great at-bat here from Biven, who is going to see pitch number 7 in this at-bat.
She wants to stay alive here. Her strikeout rate's pretty good. She only has 3 Ks in the year. Last year only
That's
struck
Josie Steinberg level.
out of 70 plate appearances, too.
Chopped up the middle. Here is Steinberg. Will take it herself. Not in time. And that was a bang-bang play.
Yeah, fielder's choice there didn't
We'll
really work
take
out
a look
there.
here at that. It's going to be a base hit. We'll see just how close that one is momentarily.
The shortstop, number 8, Ari Kumar.
And it just does not look like we have the replay right now. We'll get it to you momentarily after the next pitch here.
It's now going to be Kumar back up here, the freshman from San Diego.
And here was that play. As you can see, Steinberg bobbles it, and good call there. Runner just beat it out. That one catches the outside corner, and Kumar down 0-2. The 0-2. Just away. The 1-2 to Kumar. That is a foul ball by about half an inch.
That looked so close to being fair. That could have been a blessing for MIT if that was
That
fair.
ball was on the chalk the whole way, and right as it bounced over the first base bag, cut foul. Half an inch to the left, and that scores 2 runs. 1-2. Also foul. Foul down the right field line, foul down the left field line.
Sophia's pitch locations have been great today. Inside, outside, getting batters to swing. She's putting them on ice.
Takoko has been basically a magician all day. You never know where the ball's going to end up. This 1-2. Low and outside.
That release is incredible. Like, I doubt I would even get a hit off of her. Give me 10 at-bats, I'm striking out all 10.
I've seen you with the baseball bat. That's 100% true. 2-2, grounded right at linebacker. She will get the out at first. 2 down.
Didn't have to do me like that on the mic, Riley, but that will be a good fielder's choice. Advances runners to second and third. 2 runners in scoring position here for Hines, who has been great defensively today.
Yeah, I mean, a gem of a play in that second inning. This game would already be over if it was not for Kara Hines. Now I want to strike on the outside corner.
So I was saying, she cooks in the middle of the order, has tons of RBIs, and this is a prime at-bat for her.
0-1. Gets the outside corner. Friendly call for Takoko, who's now 1 strike away from a 6th scoreless. Crowd rising here. The 0-2. Way outside.
I think she was trying to get that corner again, but didn't release it the right way. I think she knows that the strike calls are going to go her way if she gets the corner, so she's trying to go for that now.
1-2. Line into right center. That's going to get down. We'll score at least 1. Edelman charges. Fires home. Could be a play. Not in time. 2 score.
That will continue this game for at least a little bit longer here, as 2 runs will score off of the Hines single. And now there's going to be a bit of a discussion here at the mound of how to treat these next few at-bats.
Yeah, I mean, as there should be, because it's the heart of the MIT lineup here as we take a look at that great piece of hitting from Hines. Just great job, inside-out swing, runner running on contact, flying around third base, and a great slide to the back half of the bag.
DP number 6, Olivia Scarpacci.
Now Olivia Scarpacci sets in here. Engineers finally show some life, get runs on the board in their 13th inning here in Medford.
Showed bunt, got contact, but drifted foul for strike 1.
And as much as I know that bunting can be a weapon, I question the decision to have Scarpacci be the one to do it, down 5 runs with 2 outs in the inning. 0-1 runner going. Steinberg goes, lays out, can't make it, fires to first, and gets her in time.
Wow, she nearly had the catch of the century on that one, but the throw there was great, and she got the out that the Jumbos needed.
All right, let's take another look here at Josie Steinberg's arm. Lays out, just can't make the play, gets to her knees, and from her knees, an absolute hose to nail the runner at first.
Yeah, even just stopping that ball there was a great defensive play. Props to her. Incredible play.
We'll take a short break. When we come back, Jumbo's looking for 3 more to close this one out. Closing time playing on the speakers here at Spicer. If the Jumbos want that to be the case, they need 3 here. It'll be the top of the order. Same situation as the bottom of the 5th. 1, 2, and 3 in the order, chasing 3 runs to put this one on ice. One out, chopped foul, out of play. Rachel Moore's been kind of quiet today. Only 2 hits across the 2 games. The 1-3.
Ooh, nearly got hit there. Jumped out of the way, though. We'll keep this at-bat alive.
Yeah, Rachel Moore had to play a little bit of fast feet there to avoid that one. 2-1 now to the third basewoman. And she sends that into the Jumbo's dugout, 2-2.
Would also like to provide a brief note. MIT has a defensive substitution back out there. Third baseman Nikki Johnson back out there at third.
I mean, yeah, but a great substitution there. Drop third strike could be a play, and just in time is the throw. 1 down.
Good reaction time to throw on the drop strike, but nothing you can really do there.
But got to give credit to Madison Trotman. The decision to pinch hit Hasegawa was brilliant.
Yeah, get 2 runs on the board, stay alive here in this game. You got 2 more innings left. Anything could change here. Or you got an inning left. Anything could change here for MIT. But great decision there to get some runs on the board.
Harita chops it. Second basewoman on it. 2 down. And the Jumbos not finding the hits they need here in this 6th. As a pinch hitter going to come in, it'll be the freshman Fallon O'Connor. Going to get an AB. O'Connor is hitting .207 on the year with a .534 OPS in 29 at-bats. Has 2 RBIs. Not much of a power hitter with only a .276 slugging percentage.
Yeah. I imagine it's going to be a similar decision to pinch hitting the MIT hitter earlier, Hasegawa, here. Just get someone on base here that can steal and can make an impact.
And that one catches the outside corner. 4 strike 1 to O'Connor.
Last game at Middlebury versus Sunday was 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs scored.
Bounced in there for ball 1.
So you can tell she can definitely make an impact. That's something the Bows need here.
On deck would be Perucci. That one flared. Could drop, but out to get it herself is During. And we will head to a 7th inning. Engineers looking for a miracle. They need 5. We'll be right back.
Up here at the top of the 7th here at Spicer as DeCoco looks to finish this off for the Bows as the MIT Engineers look for a miracle here, down 5 in their last breath of air.
It'll be Relihan, Spiegel, and Atkinson, the bottom third of the Engineers lineup. So DeCoco should have an easier time of it. However, that also poses some risk in that if they can get to the top of the lineup, it could pose a problem.
Exactly. you're Dakoko here, just stay focused, pitch the pitches you know. Just try to get 3 out here. Doesn't have to be a strikeout, can be a pop out. Anything works.
Well, as you said it, that's going to be a pop out right to Bella Jimenez, 1 down.
Yep, just get the outs anyway. Get off the field, take the double W.
It'll be Atkinson now on deck. First up will be Spiegel, who is 1 for 2, one of 3 engineers with a hit, along with Bivin and Hines, who has 2. Engineers with a total of 6 hits across the 2 games today. Jumbos with 14.
Spiegel goes into the netting on that first pitch. Will be strike 1.
Yeah. Kennedy Atkinson had to play quick dodgeball there as that ball came flying off the netting. 0-1. Outside corner, just missed.
He's been calling those pitches strikes most of the day, but that one will stray a little bit more outside. Sophia likes that spot a lot. She's been pitching to it a lot today.
1-1. Same spot, different call.
1-2 count now, looking for the K for Dakoko.
1-2. Chopped up the middle. Jimenez going to have to make a quick play. Fires on the first, 2 down.
Good way to go, 1-2. Now need to finish it off with the 3 here. Bottom of the lineup.
Last chance, last ups, last batter in the batting order. It's Kennedy Atkinson time as the Engineers are living on a prayer at this point. Clapping starting from the fan section here. Dakoko maybe a little too juiced. Bounces that one all the way to the backstop.
Bon Jovi said that they're halfway there. I wouldn't say that MIT is really halfway there, but they are indeed living on a prayer here as the 1-0 pitch comes.
Gets the outside corner.
As I said, she loves that spot today. She knows she's getting the calls down there. She'll pitch that any day of the week.
The 1-1. Flared. Jimenez can't get to it. It'll cut it off, and the Engineers stay alive.
Now you might be talking you're halfway there. Got a runner on base. That's the first step.
I'm not saying anyone's halfway there until they have at least the tying run at the plate.
Now you're at the top of the orders we were just talking about. Now little exclamation points popping up here.
Cable steps in. Dakoko in the same spot that she got the last 2 calls. Doesn't get it this time. (7-2) in the 7th. The 1-0 pitch. Lined right at Rachel Moore, and that's how this ball game ends.
That is the smoothest way you can end that. She did that with no effort. Just took it. Game over.
Yeah, you can see this here on the replay. Look how quickly this ball gets to Rachel Moore and how casually she just goes up and gets it.
Knew it was coming immediately. Got that. Easy end. Tufts takes the double W.
Jumbos close out their regular season home campaign with a doubleheader sweep of the rival Engineers. They'll go on the road for the next couple weeks. They will very likely be right back here come NESCAC tournament time. We'll tell you all about that. Before we let you go, I'll remind you that JumboCast ain't done for this week. Friday afternoon, we'll be live from Saul Gittleman Park for baseball against Trinity. Saturday at noon, it'll be an homage to the 2014 national title team and men's lacrosse against Amherst. And then we'll be back in the midweek next week. Men's lacrosse finishing out their regular season against Bowdoin before NESCAC tournament starts 10 days from today. For all of us here at JumboCast, Gabe Gonzalez joining me for the first half of this one, now on the camera. Max Antonini directing. Zachary Miller beside me doing a phenomenal job as always. I've been Riley Landell. You've been watching JumboCast, and as always, stay home safely.